or the.
Wombat, I lost my glasses. I'm kind of bummed.
They show up and disappear.
I totally skipped the Thundercats, by the way.
Hey, also Predator 5 Nano dropped.
And there's a Runcam 3.
Yeah.
Run the link.
And Pred 5 Nano, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
I dropped a link to it in the chat.
This theme was crazy fails and shit. Way long. Oh, sorry, guys. This is way longer than we expected.
Sounds like you're like, wow, this is. I mean, you usually run shit a little longer, but this is really long.
It does feel it, but it was only like 4 minutes. The best part is our mics are live.
Got it?
These are the weirdest looking fucking birds I've ever seen. Weird shaped birds.
Weird shaped fucking birds. It can't be repeating. Is it repeating? It might be repeating. Let's look. No, it shouldn't be repeating.
John Solo said it's repeating.
It's not on loop, dude. Alright. This should be towards the end. This part should be towards the end.
Kill this shit. Let's kill. What the fuck is that?
It's failing, dude. It's not looping because the music's still going.
It's the family
look,
UFO.
Look, it's not looping. I'm just saying. It did not loop. It's just fucking terribly long.
In the future.
Because there's goddamn turrets. So
There he be.
yeah, so with that.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Yeah. And I'm small. And this is how we suck. Fuck. Oh. Oh my god.
This might be my favorite part of every show.
Every show we start off and it's a fucking shit show and it's amazing. What up, y'all? Welcome to the next B2P. Welcome to another episode of B2P. Artie's losing his shit in the background. Tonight we're super excited to have a very special guest, unannounced guest, and with that we want a big birthday shout out to Tyler, aka Wombat FPV, fucking who says don't suck. So with that, let's go over to the goons and our guests. What up?
What up, brother?
Smooth as always.
Every beginning of the show, I do a dab and just train wreck it.
I'm beginning to think this is like something you're doing on purpose.
I don't want to say. I don't want to give up the ghost.
The secrets to the show.
The secrets of the show. The inner workings.
What, you got a ghost? What up, everybody? What
I
up?
do not have ghosts. Does anybody have a ghost? Does
How is
anybody
it,
have a
brother?
ghost story?
I got
I'm a
ghosts.
ghost.
I actually
have
have
ghost
ghost
stories.
You do?
I have started doing
Everybody
pottery.
has.
Patrick Swayze shows up every now and then, helps me out.
Yeah.
Have you noticed an improvement in your pottery?
Yeah, since the Swayze poltergeist has been helping, yeah,
Nice.
1000%. No, I still suck.
And
at
your
it.
dance moves?
So,
I can't dance.
So a motherfucking wild wombat sighting in the house. That is correct. Happy birthday, man. Fucking thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Happy fucking birthday, brother.
Happy
Thank you
birthday,
guys so
homie.
very much. Thank you guys. I feel welcome. It feels good to be, on the internet. You guys only bring me out once a year, so.
Exactly. Well, the world's just not ready. We test it every year. We've been waiting for
Every
it.
so often we drop a video. Not ready.
I thought that was the groundhog that only comes out once a year. I thought the wombat's more of a
The
free
groundhog learned it from Wombat.
I always see my shadow, dude. I'm right back in that hole.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Shadow still doesn't look good this year. We're going back.
Get the fuck back in.
What's up, chat? Got a fucking pile of motherfuckers up in here. Waldo, Tent, 608, Rags Boys, Rat, Kyo Flips, Swift Motherfucking Duck, John Solo, Baldman in the house. What else? What else? Am I missing anybody? Let's see. There's fucking this gravy leg fucker. Oh, Brian Motherfucking Kirby once each and every time. Bean in the motherfucking house. Trying to see if we missing anybody else. I probably is. I thought I saw
Ace is
Risco
full.
in there. Ace is motherfucking full. Evil Odin. What up, what up, what up? Big
608
motherfucking
last
oily guy. Yay!
Only guy in the house.
This oily guy in the house. Enoch fucking saves us. Save us, Enoch. Save us from ourselves.
Mantis Lord.
Found Waldo. There he is.
Waldo, we have found. We find Waldo regularly. In Mother Russia, Waldo finds you.
That's a concern.
Yay, little A in the motherfucking house. What's good? Fuck yeah. So what up? What's everybody been up to?
Bro, new way of life. Virtual school. Yeah. I'm a school marm now. Second grade school marm.
Oh, is that?
Fantastic. It's tiring. It is what it is.
That's all you gotta say. Tiring it seems like it sums it up.
It's just tiring. It's like parenting, but you don't get to go to this shitter for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? You gotta be watching, keeping 2 7-year-olds on task is.
I mean, you can
like
teach
fucking
Stu that
herding
you can crack
cats.
the door and yell the left.
Yeah.
It didn't work, man. If my eyes aren't on them, they assume that I'm not there. Like so,
Wi-Fi camera, my
If-
guy.
Only the eyes. Only the eyes.
Fucking camera right over the table. It's like
when these kids were babies, because we had twins, right? Bro, from the time they were like 2 months old, they were fucking with shit, knowing I'm watching, because I can talk to them through the little, fucking monitor we had at the time. Like, I could talk back to them. They didn't give a fuck. If I wasn't watching them physically in presence in the room, I might as well not be there. They can't hear me. Nothing.
Like as
But
a
no,
teacher,
other than that,
do you
man.
have to wear? Are you like, hi, I'll be your teacher, Artie. I'm a substitute for the day, and you like push your glasses up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Pretend you don't even know them.
Yeah.
Where's the principal's office?
Oh, dude, on my knee at the moment, bro.
Yeah.
Corporal
On the
punishment.
knee, it's getting bad. It's corporal punishment in my school, man.
No, I was gonna say. I assume it was wherever the lawnmower's parked.
Every time I got sent to the principal's office, I would just go to the bathroom.
Exactly.
Because they like wouldn't walk us down the hallway. It was like a really busy school. I would just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get in trouble. No, I'm gonna go sit on the toilet. You know, the next 30
Or
minutes.
leave.
I used
back
to
to
say,
the
I
show.
used to just
Just got
fucking
onto.
leave.
Once I had a car at
yeah.
school, like it was just like, yep, nope.
I'm out.
I'm talking like second, third grade here.
Oh, word, yeah. Oh, I wasn't that. You were on that shit,
I
dude.
used to sneak out and go to the arcade.
It took me a while to get that devious, you know. At least
I saw a
fifth
hole in
or
the
sixth.
system and I went for it. I was like, wait, you guys are
motherfucking
gonna
rotors.
you gonna leave a
Mad
9-year-old
respect,
kid
bud.
unattended to go get in trouble? Nah, man.
Mad respect.
I'm gonna
Yeah, no.
draw dinosaurs on the bathroom wall.
Hell yeah.
Let me get rid of that.
Call T-Rex for a good time.
So this.
I would always rate
Or
the
a
number
really
for
weird
Domino's.
Yeah,
I
what
would
a
call for a good time, and it'd be like
It's really
Domino's.
fucking awkward.
So you'd been printing shit out. You said already, like you're printing shit out for the kids. and
Yeah,
shit?
dude. Well, oh, dude, it's been like they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like you're taking teachers that already have to deal with a bunch of fucking little kids, right? Like 15. I'm in the South, bro. Most of the kids went there. There's like 4 kids in the class online, and there's like 20 in the classroom.
Yeah, my old lady's an art
Yeah.
teacher at a high school, and it's same thing. Nobody's, you know, being. I'm not gonna say smart about it, but everybody's just forcing them to go back to school, regardless of what the
Yeah,
numbers
exactly.
are saying.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
My nephew actually got sent home already, and his school's already showing reports of infection. And my nephew actually got sent home yesterday, and we're waiting for COVID test results right now. It's supposed to be either yesterday, I think today or tomorrow. We should see results, but yeah, they're effectively sending kids home with, if they have a sniffles, whatever the fuck. You know
Oh,
what
sure.
I mean? And
But I got to. I mean, what could you possibly do in a situation like this? If you're having to go to school, you got to be at least as safe as you can. Shit.
Yeah, Catherine's been back in session for 3 days. She's already had to send 2 kids to the nurse. One chick was like falling out and puking in the hallway.
Damn.
And then the other one today was just like really pale
Well-
and not feeling good. Yeah, it's like literally 3 days, man.
That's great. Well,
It
that's what
doesn't
happened in my
take very long.
hometown. They went back last week, started back last week. Already by this time, my high school that I did not graduate from had like 20 cases, 24 cases.
Weird flex, but okay.
Bunch of the
Yeah.
bunch of the colleges are
Feels
showing
flex.
it. For me, it's a concern because my mother lives with my sister. My sister has 6 young children. Okay, and they have a big,
Fuck.
they're a
God
big
bless
family.
that woman.
My sister
Jesus.
has 8 children, and actually, her 2 oldest both just had children. So I've got I'm a great grand uncle, or however the fuck that's supposed to work. I don't even know. I'm a
Sounds
great uncle. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm a
think
great.
that's a once
I'm
in a
a
blue.
great uncle right
I'm
now.
an all
yeah.
right uncle.
I'm an all right
okay.
uncle. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm subpar at best.
But yeah, shit. So my sister's youngest, or actually no, her eldest just had her boy yesterday, but anyway, so like my sister's got a huge family. Mom lives there, and the kids are going to fucking school, and now getting sent home because potentially of COVID. And it just the thing is like, look, kids
Just not willing to risk it. If it's a question, I'm not willing to
Kids
risk
don't
my
have the
children.
discipline
Sorry.
to fucking
Definitely.
do the mask thing all day long in
Lack
that
discipline.
environment properly, bro. I mean, let's be real. Kids don't have the discipline to wash their hand, not pick their nose, not wipe it on shit. You just whatever, you know. And
Bro, but we have people in this country that they just want to send their kids to school so they can get some
space,
lead time.
Well, yeah. But then the problem is a lot of those
So-
people are also mass deniers and fucking are going to be sending kids that are, you know, potentially fucking.
But they're also forced. They're also forced to go to work also because they have to pay bills. Because
It's a tough decision. It's a
Yeah,
tough
sure.
decision.
it's a fucked place to be. I'm super fucking lucky that I have that choice.
But granted, in a lot of the decisions being made, it may be a tough decision, but the badge they're wearing and forcing kids go back to school bothers me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We're forcing everything way too fast.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
And I think
really
we
what it
all
comes
know
down to.
that. I mean, the writing's on the wall. But yeah, and I will say this: I feel like it's at least at the school that my old lady teaches at. She's less worried about the kids because they're high school kids. They understand, you know, and they kind of get the heavy of it. It's
Sure.
a lot of the teachers that don't.
Well, sure.
That you like the fellow teachers that are, you know, don't believe in it, which is.
I mean, my neighbor
terrifying.
across
I
the
mean, look,
street.
at the end of
Yeah,
the
my
day-
neighbor across the road is she's a teacher, and she's like, I want to go back, but I can do the same job from home. I don't have to be there. But then that brings up-
See, that's the thing about virtual school. If you had a dedicated teacher, let's say everybody was doing virtual school, it seems to me that it would be much easier to hold a lecture via video than it would be because then, sure, you get. It's definitely going to be difficult. There are definitely going to be some obstacles that you have to jump over, but just like we're doing now. But
when you get into like high school and shit like that, you start dealing with kids with multiple monitors doing this on the other one though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, totally. You know,
I would have
like,
just recorded like some footage of me sitting still for an hour and 30 minutes and just played that through OBS and went and left.
like, actually, we know there's a pilot.
Sure
There's
there's
a
some
pilot
high
body
schoolers.
that did
There
outsmarted
are
that.
the
some
system.
fucking high schoolers doing that shit, bro. Because these high schoolers are streamers, man. They're on Twitch. They're fucking playing Call of Duty and all that shit.
could you imagine
Pin the
being
video
bored?
back, dude. I would totally do that if I was. Dude,
You're just nodding the whole time.
yeah, dude.
Yep.
Very attentive.
Like, why is little Johnny getting so angry at what I'm just talking about calculus, and the kid's like rage quitting a fucking
And it's
Warzone
just like a
match?
GIF. It's like a 5-second GIF of like.
Dying of coronavirus on the lips. You know, look. At the end of the day, I would rather. Not that I'm really. My view is we should just err on the side of caution because nobody knows what the fuck's actually going on, and the fact is that like that it all this misinformation has just fucked it all up. All this politicizing it has fucked it up. Look, let's just get down to the basic. Like, okay, we have something possibly deadly and possibly highly virulent and contagious. It could fucking wreck shop and it's gonna fuck shit up all over. A lot of us, like Wombat and myself, who work in the entertainment industry, we ain't gonna have a job until last. I mean, effectively, so at least not consistently. You know,
First out, last in.
and at the end of the day, all this bullshit is fucking up our livelihoods. All right, I would rather err on the side of of caution. Fucking get masks on. Fucking keep kids at home. Whatever we're gonna do to shut this shit down so we can all get back to fucking work and shit. I would rather get proven wrong in that at the end of the day than fucking the alternative, which just turns everything to a fucking mess, which is what we're heading towards currently. And that's it. It's fuck all the other bullshit. Fuck all the politics. Fuck all the bullshit. I want to go back to work. He wants to go back to work. Kids want to go back to school. And until we quit,
Kids want to go back to the park, motherfuckers.
kids want to go to
like-
the park. Kids want to go play the playground. We want to go fly. Like, yo, at the end of the day, all this bullshit is muddying up the waters, and it's gonna make it all fucked up. And instead of just buckling down and getting through this shit, we're just fucking gonna make it worse and longer.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, they're going to turn to go to a concert and realize they can't find anybody to work the concert because all the companies are like, I already know like 3 or 4 companies around here are like, we're done. We just can't find anybody to sell the gear to because the entire industry is done. Like,
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing. How many
it's
fucking
like waking
It doesn't
up one day
exist
and
right
you're like, this career I'm passionate about, I can't do it at a legal
Spent years
capacity
on it.
right now.
No, and the
Just
reality
stop.
is like, you know, for you and I, gigs like non-ticketed events events that are being put solely fronted by a brand or an agency that is a corporate event that is not based on ticket sales, that is going to be, for us, going to be the beginning more than anything, because you can't sell a 20,000, 100,000, you can't sell a stadium at a quarter capacity and have a budget and maintain a budget unless you're going to make everybody do fucking 3 or 4 shows a day, which is going to be insane. And then you're going to be paying overtime and bullshit there, especially with the unions. Don't even get me started.
Honestly, right now, like I've gotten calls to do lighting at, you know, larger shows at outdoor like parks and stuff, and I turned them down and was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, why not, dude? Well, we're paying you your rate and everything else. Like, yeah, but I don't agree with it. And, you know, the more sticks I put in your spokes, maybe you'll like come to terms with the fact that you're going to spread the shit worse.
The ravers,
it's gonna get worse.
Some of the ravers have been doing it. They've been shutting down parties in Brooklyn because the underground parties have started up, you know, and they're packing them, and you know, and even in my hood, which was the red zone since the beginning, like I walk outside and it's like 50 to 75% of people out here don't have their masks on anymore, and it's just like, it's concerning. And to be quite honest, like I had a conversation today about booking, and I'm like, moving forward for the foreseeable future, if you want to book me, it's probably going to require 50% non-refundable deposit up front.
Oh, 100%. Every like,
cancellation fee all day.
Right. I've been working through that too, because I've already started seeing cancellations through Mardi Gras season.
Oh yeah.
Which for us in the South, that's like a big chunk of work, you know, like all the balls and tableaus and like all that shit and some float work. Like all of that is starting to come full circle, because we were fresh off the heels of Mardi Gras season whenever I tuned into the news and saw what was happening in Wuhan and was like, yo, they're a communist country and they can't get this shit under wraps. Like this could be bad if it gets over here. Like, because they have the ability to be like, stay in your fucking house or else.
Yeah.
And it was still
allegedly
like
welding fucking people into their house.
We saw,
you know, like
right.
You know, and I don't agree with that. I mean, dude, it's just like the individual consideration of human life in this country has just gone out the window. Like, you're more worried about fucking, you know, your rights than fucking protecting the well-being of the people around you, which is probably a fundamental problem in this country in general. Like, you know, people. Yeah.
No, like even here, there are a bunch of kids that are getting kicked out of like UMass and MIT and stuff like that because they went back to college and they threw fucking parties. And it's like, dude, are you kidding me?
Well, dude, there was like, kids that were trying
they're supposed to be the
COVID.
Smart kids.
With the COVID parties where they would get somebody who was allegedly carrying and then have a party with that person to see if it would spread. It's like,
yeah, man.
I might as well play Russian roulette,
it does,
bro. Like, yeah, apparently it does. Right? So they got, you know, and I mean, look, it's just, I don't know. It is. I think Artie has a point. I want to hear what he has to say. Actually, I saw his head rattling.
All right.
I'm gonna try not to talk about COVID anymore, but you know, it's it
affects us all as flying, you know, as well. Like for me, I can't go to the
FPV.
I can't go fly, and then I was, like I said, I was offered a drone gig, you know, in October, and I'm like, what's the cancellations? What's the plan B? What's the weather fucking, you know, cancellation situation, the whole nine. I'm like, you know, if I'm gonna even consider taking jobs, and then because once you commit to a job, somebody else is gonna call you for a job. That's how this industry works.
Oh yeah,
you know?
For sure.
And so like, and I'm not gonna reserve time for people for drone gigs or anything without fucking, you know, cancellation clause, because like the dudes in South by Southwest got fucked.
Oh, it was bad.
Fucked. Like.
Buku also was another one that got railed, and then Hangout was holding on, and that's a privately funded festival, believe it or not. Hangout Fest in Mobile is privately funded. It's not a live event or anything like that. Yeah, the people that own the Hangout restaurant are the people that put that on every year, and they bring in like 300 palm trees to plant on the beach for the weekend. It's ridiculous.
It's fun, man. I've been a few, 2 or 3 times.
I've never been as a punter. I've always been as a sweat for money.
Like one of the crazy things up here is day rate is like apparently gone out the fucking window for aerial production in the Northeast. I've been doing everything pro bono instead of like, yeah, I'll give you like $100-$200 for the day. It's like, that's not day rate for one pilot for one day. And there are people taking it.
If anything, I'm increasing my day rate at this point. I'm not gonna fucking. But that's part of my point is the fact that budgets are gonna go out the window in our industry, and they're gonna try to. Let's be real. The entertainment industry, production industry in general, is a little bit cutthroat. All right, already. It was before COVID. Now, you're gonna have so many people have been waiting to get back to work that they are going to take that lower rate, and they are going to take, you know, but I'm just like, fuck that. Like, I'm not compromising myself, you know.
Dude, I saw a dude today that
increased
took
risk. Fuck that.
Yeah, I saw a guy that took like a lot of people are going back to like real estate shoots and like private companies, stuff like that. This dude was offering $100 for the day. It's like 100, really? Like that's how much it's going to cost me, like $10 to charge my packs. It's going to cost me $20 in gas.
$100.
$100 for the day. Like this isn't 1990s under the table construction work.
I just don't know where they're like, and that's the fucking shit right there. That I'm really like, $100. You can't sell venues. So, you know, the whole quarter cap venue scenario, it just really doesn't make sense. How are you going to pay your fucking crew? And shit, and all your security and your fucking and all the people that work in the bar or whatever, and the merchandise, and how do you pay all these people? You have cleanup crew and all these people that need to get paid to make a show happen. That you can't do it on a quarter budget. You know what I mean? It's just
I don't know. Enoch's been suffering from this as well as like an owner of a production company. He's been having a hard time. I try to check in on him as much as possible. Be like, hey man, how is it? And of course, it's never like good news because it's
What's interesting is in New York City, they actually right now there's a temporary ban on ticketed events. Music has to be, what did they say? It has to be music. The music cannot be the primary focus. It cannot be the primary draw. So they actually currently have a ban on ticketed events in NYC for the time being, just to keep the crowds down, because they are opening up some of the bars a little bit more and under social, you know, under rules, you know, or whatever. But like I said, man, the bar right down, I walk downstairs, man, and I look right, there's fucking a bar. I look left, there's a bar on the corner that has food, and like there's all this outdoor seating, and 50% maybe wearing masks, if that, you know. So yeah, you know. But as you said, let's get away from COVID, and unless you have something else you want to add, and
it sucks. I don't approve.
Yeah, and my heart goes out to everyone, you know, that is affected by this, which is the vast majority of us, and all my brothers and sisters in the entertainment production industries.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's out of control.
It's hit a lot of my close, like, you know, been in the trenches for a long time. I look up to them as some of the toughest people I know, and I see them just like
fuck,
not okay right now.
Yeah.
You know, like myself included. Like I'll put it out there. Like I got really fucking depressed. I got in a really dark spot and had to go get therapy and shit because like the life validation just went away.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, enough about COVID. Let's
But I will say, if anybody out there is listening to this,
happy birthday!
If you're listening to us, guys, and you are in a bad place, do not hesitate to reach out to somebody. Us,
Please.
me, fucking hit me up. Like, because I know how it's been for me, and it has been rough. You know, I'm stuck in an apartment in the middle of New York City with no job and just trying to fucking keep my sanity and pass time, and hopefully get out and fly every month or so if I'm lucky. You know, it's that's it. So what else is new? So
my line's open for that as well. I just wanted to add that.
Yeah,
like,
man.
if anybody's having a hard time, please just hit me up. And it sucks. I never really understood depression until now.
I thought
I did.
I've dealt with it for a very long time. And
I think I have too. I was just too busy to notice, and then it kind of meant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. That's exactly.
And now I have a better understanding of it. And what helped me was like being open about it. Like somebody, it's kind of a dig move. Somebody would be like, "Hey man, how have you been?" I'm like, "Let me tell you,
not good." Yeah.
It's just like letting as many people know that I feel that way, not fishing for sympathy or anything, but just to like have some kind of accountability and just letting it out and like not trying to like hide behind it.
Totally.
That helped me a lot.
And
yeah.
the touring
Absolutely.
industry,
Same here, man.
the touring industry. So that's, you know, like you said, you're too busy to notice. I mean, that's exactly how it was for me. It's like at a very young age, I started touring. I went out in the world. I'm partying like a rock star. I'm hanging out. I'm meeting famous people. I'm doing all these amazing things. But every time I came home, it was like hitting a brick wall. And I would be home for 3 months with nothing to do, and all that energy just fucking vanishes, and you sink. And you just fucking plummet, man. And, you know, one of the side effects of touring for a lot of people is you tend to become, many people become regular drinkers. And when you go home, you're still just fucking alone drinking and you're depressed and you don't even know it. And the reality is for me is until I saw somebody start talking about it, it was like, oh, I have depression? Now all this shit makes now all this shit actually makes sense. Now I can start fucking recognizing it and dealing with it. And it took me a long time and a bit of DMT along the way. And I I'm no longer a drinker. I'm not saying I don't drink. I have a drink every fucking couple years or whatever. But like I cut drinking out in an effort to deal with it, and it definitely helped. And I just told myself I would drink when I felt like, you know, like I would drink if I wanted to. But I never wanted to use it as a fucking self-medication to deal with depression. You know what I mean? And that's
when you get in trouble.
That's when you get in trouble, right? So just anyways, we love you guys. If you guys are watching this, you guys, you know, we are open to talk about this shit. I always am, and so, and I
think we've all gone through something like that, if not that exact thing. So I mean, I think we can all relate to it. If anybody's hurting out there, just struggling, fucking hit us up, man.
Yeah, Goon Squad Discord, hit us in private. You know, man, there's people to talk to.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to admit it, and it takes a lot to ask for help. But
when you do, it feels so good.
It does. It does. It really does.
Anyways, back to the more positive subjects. We love you guys, and so a couple cool things. Housekeeping note, call to action. Make sure you guys are checking out the Goon Squad FPV YouTube channel. YouTube/fucking Goon Squad FPV. We're fucking hosting videos on the regular there. Get videos in. There's a link in the Discord for the YouTube channel submissions. We are definitely doing community spotlights, and all the Goonies and official team pilots are contributing. So get your shit in, and we've been pumping it out. Believe Hit the Decks hit this morning, and Big Oily Guy was on premiered on Saturday. So, and we got motherfucking Swift Duck this coming Saturday. So keep an eye on that. If you're not in a Discord, get in there. Sparks FPV is trying to organize loose Goonie battles. So submitting 1-pack non-stabilized rips for some Goonie paddles. It seems that's coming, so we should get that going. Maybe do some bracketing again.
Definitely.
And I think it's dope. They're doing it just right now more as fun, but what we've done in the past is we've added team members to the squad via battle videos. So we're gonna, we should
do that again, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, we're there. It's been about a year.
It was a lot of fun.
And like that's how Vice came onto the squad. And yes, it was amazing to watch how pilots pushed themselves and progressed over that month and a half or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like we watched kids that had barely been flying like get solid because they were watching each other's videos and like pushing themselves, and you know, that was dope. That was super dope. And so so Sparks FPV, big shout out to Sparks. He's got something started in Goonies chat. The other thing is FPV Geek is giving away Just a Switch weekly until until 20
one Nintendo Switch
20
one every week.
One Nintendo Switch. No, just a Switch. Oh my god. Just a Switch. This thing right here.
No controllers.
This is just a Switch. You plug your battery. You plug your battery into it. It plugs into that. And then you plug that into your goggles, and it works with DJI. I think he has a DJI version, and then he has regular analog versions. But anyways, FPV Geek is doing this until the end of till 2021, the end of the year. So
that's a stout commitment.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to bring it up, because I thought it was.
Too.
And I've been personally using.
Nice addition.
I got one of the prototypes at Rampage. So I've been rocking one of these since Rampage.
Is that the
And
medieval rollerblading contest?
It is.
The Rampage.
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 It is now.
Rampage.
It was actually
From now on out.
It was a wolf and a lizard and was it a monkey, and they were tearing shit up. Oh, look.
Hell yeah.
Vince has got one really out of focus. It's pretty awesome.
That's what they look like. After
There we, oh,
Super dope.
Keep it there.
Can't see it at all.
Keep it there.
There you go.
I'll pin
There
you.
it is.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit! Transition. There we go.
Man, how crazy is it that we have to like third party a on off button?
I mean, you know,
Right?
Fat Shark added it, but at the end of the day, I mean, I loved it on my HD2s, man. I mean, it made all the
Right.
difference. And I was
Once you learn where that hole is, you're good.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, the
Because
nice,
I would always put my goggles on first and be like, shit.
the nice thing with it, the thing for me,
Exactly. Just fishing for it. Like,
even though the HDO2s have a power button, okay, the tactile part of the switch, like I know that if I flip it back, my goggles are off. If I flip it forward, my goggles are on. And I can reach up and feel that if the goggles are on top of my head, I can like, oh, is am I burning battery? I can just reach up and click it back and know that it's off. You know what I mean? And so for that part of it, I like personally. And then back in the day, I was making my own 18650 packs. I wasn't using the little case. I was just making packs, and I didn't have a battery indicator on it. So the Justice Switch has a battery indicator on it. There you go. You know what I mean?
And for you kids out there, 18650s are 3.7 volts and they charge to 4.2 volts. So it's really not hard to add it up.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah, I'm down, Gravy. Yeah,
All right.
I got that. I saw
Sending
that.
it. Check your DMs, homie.
So yeah, so there's that, man. So make sure if you haven't subscribed to the FPV Geek, check out his Instagram. His details are on the Instagram.
Moon Squad 860.
Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Where'd you get the wrap from?
Amazon.
You got a skull wrap
nice.
for an 18650?
Yeah.
Huh.
Look at this fucking
Hey.
guy. Is it just an 18650 with
Fucking
skulls on
good.
it, or is it a wrap?
Yeah. No, it's a wrap. It's a
Shrink
wrap
tube.
for the. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking Gravy's battery.
Yo, what
Oh,
do we got here?
those
The
are-
mantis is
We
feeding.
have a mantis joining us live.
we have a
feeding.
Oh,
It's eating it like a.
shit.
Let me bring this
taco.
up.
Is he gonna hear our voice and start doing
Yes.
those? Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, dude.
I
Is
also
he gonna
have
start
this
talking quads with us, bro? Like, what's up? Look at that fucking shit.
It's
Shrink
a wrap
tube.
for the. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking Gravy's battery.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I just grabbed a handful of batteries. I was like, oh, here you go.
take this.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. I think it works.
No, I gave him a shitload. Actually, no, you wouldn't take a shitload. That's right. You were like, no, just give me two. Give me
The
the
Zoom
two.
green screen
up,
listing
boys?
is freaking me out.
Should we
Hey,
green,
Enoch.
green screen the
What up,
fucking
Enoch?
mantis? Put him as my
Oh,
background.
Oh, he heard you. Look, he heard you. He stopped eating.
I
He's
know,
like,
dude,
nah,
he looked at it. He's
I
like,
am
no,
green.
I am.
fuck you.
Yo,
Oh.
wait, I'm bringing it back.
Chad, he's coming for you.
Still waiting
Oh,
for
he's
space.
fucking. Look at him. Nom 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 nom.
It's like eating a burrito from the middle.
Hungry boy.
Exactly.
Fucking
Like
guy.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Like my kids. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just now seeing the chat. What up, 608 and Rat RH?
Mhm.
And no, I cannot wheelie a skid steer. That was like one day, and then the work dried up. It was great. I just listened to black metal, and we tore down an old house, dug a hole, and then I shoved the house into the hole with the skid steer. It was fantastic, man. And it was like an air conditioned cabin with like Bluetooth in it. So I literally just put on like the shittiest black metal playlist I could find and just turned it all the way up and learned how to drive a skid steer right there. It was fantastic.
Was it more or less rewarding than playing Call of Duty Mobile on a PC?
Man, I would say more rewarding.
How many?
Like, you ever shoved an old house into a hole in the ground?
I have not.
While listening
I've
to
driven a
black
skid.
metal?
I've driven a skid steer listening to black metal, but I've never pushed a house into a fucking
it was
hole while
like-
doing it.
Tornado rubble just. It was brutal.
How many mantis does Enoch have? Has he still got a few?
As many as he wants.
Yep.
Yeah, I like hatched a bunch of eggs for the garden, and kept like a couple dozen of them, then let them out as they were getting bigger and shit. I got like 8 left, and then this big one.
Holy shit. Is that maybe a female? Is that why it's bigger?
I actually think it might be a male.
How do you sex a mantis?
Is it a level
By the
6 or
tail.
level 7
Size
mantis?
of their lower butt, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't have any other ones this
The
size
lower
to be able
butt.
to judge.
Is that a technical term?
Is there, yeah.
Is there an upper butt?
Yeah.
It's a mantis.
What is that
Yeah,
called?
no, it has 4 butts.
We're literally just
What?
watching them go to town on this live beetle, and it's like, yeah, you know, I got a bunch of these guys.
This is kind of what we do on the weekends.
We talk to them too. It's great.
Oh,
I like them to still be moving.
Post-apocalyptic pastimes are
No,
pretty
West Side.
thick over here.
West Side.
Yeah,
All right, so
we started getting armored animals to watch. That's everybody's new hobby.
I disappeared. I came back.
So what's
Great.
good? They got that other news. We got the fucking module bay coming for the tangos. Yeah, is that shipping? Do we know, or is that?
Let me
Yeah.
just throw
So
this
how
out
does
here.
that go on?
That's a sentence that you said in the year 2020. Like, how wild is that? Sorry. Anyway, the module bay for the
The
Tango.
module bay for the tango.
Over and out, future boy.
Yeah, there's a little modification you got to do to it, but it accepts all like the JR Bay modules. Like you can put a full size crossfire module on there, and yeah,
I had a
it's-
picture of it. Where the fuck did
awesome.
I put it? It's somewhere. It was in the Discord.
Here, I have it.
Do you have it? Oh, I have it too.
I take away a picture of my cat.
I'll beat you. Pata!
Easy if you
We're tied. Except yours is better.
So we got this.
But I have the
this-
information.
This is the module bay. He's got the information. This is the module bay. It attaches to the back of your Tango 2, and you can now use multi-protocol and full-size crossfire. And yeah, go back to FR Sky or whatever.
Just a short 8-step process.
It's an 8-step process that Mike.
Just
that,
a short 8-step
that
process.
Mike Chin's gonna get about 8,000 tickets for.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, dude, he hit me up. He's like, I can't sleep. He hit me up a couple days ago, like it's over. There goes my sleep. I'll never sleep again.
Oh man.
So what do you gotta do? Just
Gotta
wire a
keep 'em busy,
connector to it, basically, like tap a couple pads in the radio. Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, it's not really too bad.
Have you guys had Mike and Aaron on the show yet?
I've been bugging Mike. Yo, everybody,
Yeah.
everybody in
Mike-
I'll make him do it.
everyone that is currently
You should
watching
make him
this,
do it.
everybody start blasting Mike.
No,
Send him-
don't, no,
send
no,
him a-
No,
send him-
no.
Please don't.
No.
Please don't.
Oh, God.
That's not the way to get a hold of Mike Chin.
He's gonna just be like, hey, remember when you
Submit
guys
a
sent
ticket.
all those
Submit a
guys?
ticket.
Just send him
He's
to
gonna
me.
hit
I
Control
was-
V
I was
on
gonna
his
say,
keyboard, and it's just
fucking
gonna say submit a ticket.
Send Mike Chin a
Yep.
ticket, asking him to come on the show.
Reply 2 minutes to everybody.
That's what I was gonna say, but anyway,
Usually
fucking-
when he comes into the chat to watch the fights with us, we'll usually make a bet on how many tickets he has. Sometimes he has like 1,000 tickets.
yeah, I mean he is a busy motherfucker. That's not. We do keep that in mind, but that's super dope. So for all you fucking guys that were looking for yeah, full size crossover fire for your
Mods-
Tango or running you could get one of those for your whoops. You could get like a Bayang fucking module or something like that. So that's where it's really going to be dope is for non-crossfire whoops, since there's not many crossfire whoops. That's what's really it's going to be sick, and you can use the radio. That form factor is amazing for whoops. So I mean, shit.
Yeah. Or you can go the Caripo or Coripan route if you want. And
The
get a hot dog.
Chloropan.
Chloropan.
I was trying to find a
Chloroban?
picture
Is
of
that a
it.
thing now?
I can't
We doing-
find it.
So the other TBS news, maybe does anybody know? Maybe somebody in the chat paid attention to the
No,
last.
there isn't. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Oh,
That was just a joke.
Oh,
I missed
okay.
the end. I missed the end
Oh.
of the TBS couch.
So
I just want to say, I love
Gravy's like,
Steve.
there's a TBS hex
love
coming, and
Wayne.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I saw a
Like,
picture of it and people were
oh, Gravy got trolled,
it was fucking.
Yeah.
and then he trolled us.
He didn't watch the end of the video.
I fell asleep. It was hot as balls in this office. Jesus. I'm surprised I'm not sleeping right
All
now.
right, so we don't have to worry about that. John
Yep.
Solo wants to know How long does it take the Manus to eat the beetle, Enoch?
2 weeks.
If he walks around with it like that,
It
I mean,
takes like a half hour. He's moving around a lot. I don't know why.
He's just
Does he hear us?
He's
He
just
knows
showing
he's on
off.
camera.
Yeah.
Camera shy.
He's camera shy.
He knows there's more than 5.
It was to show us the lower butt.
He-
Yep.
Oh, he's trying to get a view on the beach, boys. He's trying to get the view on the beach. I get it now.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Got you. I like that.
Dude,
Man down!
Bobby's playing.
wah, wah.
we
Down
watched
goes
him. We watched
Nobody
him
saw
get
that. Nobody saw
fucked
that.
over. We watched him get
He's
fucked
trying
over
to
by a
pull
beetle one night.
Excalibur.
The beetle was like walking around like beside him, like, "Hey, what's going on, bud? Bite!" and just run away. And he's just like hanging on the side of the aquarium, like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck?"
we watched
just
him eat a
happened?"
bug last night, and he doesn't eat the wings, and the beetle's like, "Thank you, sire."
There's his.
He like comes in and eats the
appetizer.
shitty
Yep.
wing part. Thank you.
Nice.
So what's up with this Predator 5 Nano?
It's looking like a banger,
It's
bud.
there. There.
I know it's chronological
It's-
after the
it-
fourth.
it- So what's
Yep,
di-
it's,
about all I got.
it exists.
what's different about it besides it's Wii?
There are reviews coming out from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I got one that came out. I haven't had a chance to watch it. It was right before the show, and that's where I got that link from. But
I just went to Foxer.com. They seem to have
Good
the
job,
Nano,
Jamie.
the Micro, and the Mini.
Mhm.
As always.
Of the
I know the
five,
Nano
you
have to get-
the Nano's like 4
Yeah,
milliseconds.
these are the 5.
that's the 5s. Okay.
They are
Gravy, cool bike.
Super latent.
same price as the 4. Why
36
not?
bucks.
And it's the same plug.
30 bucks. 36 bucks.
Super
plugs,
wide
but-
dynamic range, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
More colors
See,
for the Nano.
10,000 TVL. 4 milliseconds.
I can't tell you what's different because it does. Is it just faster?
1.7 gives you 155. No, the 4s were 4 milliseconds as well.
Push in the
The,
chat that fire.
the Nanos,
chains.
bro.
They just needed a refresher.
The 4, I thought all the Pred 4s were 4 milliseconds. I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, I just got turned on to them because I put them in my Cine Whoops. And I haven't actually flown it on FPV quad yet because that's what Artie were talking about a show or two back. I've flown it on I have it in my Rat and I have it in my Insider. Motherfucking Kush FPV in the house. What's up, brother?
What up?
Good to see you. Pred 4.
Dude, I gotta go out there and say everybody should have at least one quad with a Predator 4 on it. They're so good.
I
I've
need
told
to
them
try
both
it on.
Really?
I need to try it on the.
I was so unimpressed with the first one that I have not. I love the lens. Anybody want a original Predator for nostalgia?
Original Predator.
That OG.
I mean,
I like the lens.
the fucking 4 seems pretty good
Not
to
a
me.
blue-
Like,
Actually, Swift Duck's in the chat, and that reminded me. He's the reason I actually wound up getting that instead of the Falcor, because he was like, "Yo, I went to Hover and like checked the video and shit in my front yard," and he's like, "This thing's got night mode." He's like, "I can see under the moon," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I ordered one right there on the spot.
yeah,
so.
I mean, like the Rattel, the Rattel is allegedly supposed to be really good at low light, but like again, on the 4th of July, you had better luck flying than I did with my Rattel. So
Toothless was really good.
I heard.
Yeah,
really
the
good about
Toothless was.
Toothless.
I could see
Did you-
myself walking around in my yard in my underwear.
Mhm.
In the light. I was gonna post that, but I never edited it.
That fucking
That was
Manus
my
is
low light
upside
review.
down, Namen.
It's for digestion.
Exactly.
Digestion. Yeah.
Let me just poop.
So
Like
the only
poop
difference I
everywhere.
can notice is the FOV.
That was a lens.
Yeah, but you can change that with a lens.
lens. Yeah.
But I can't really see any other difference.
Did they put the 1.7 lens on it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Well, the 4 is 1.7 and the 5 is
What are you talking the Nano still or the mic, like the
these are
mini or
both
micro?
the mic. These are both the micros. I just picked the micros just that parity to compare 'em. One's what naked? What is this? A naked version.
Oh, and also they do offer it with I know the Nano at least is coming
this is the naked
with
version.
solder. You have the option of solder pads or the pin header that goes into the back. So that's another cool thing too, because fuck pin
We
headers.
on Mars right now?
It's one of those things. It's nice to have the pads
Watching
if
West
you
Side.
break the fucking header, because I have broke
Right.
headers and then I've had to just solder the fucking thing on or something. I mean, I like them because just if I need to pull something, if I need to pull the rig apart really quick, I like being able to disconnect somewhere. I don't like JSTs on my FCs. Like I even honestly don't like having the one for the 4-in-1 because I've always just but now that I've got a better builder and I just make sure they're inside in a place where they hopefully won't get broken. But back in the day with the old like SP racing boards, those things had JSTs for days and they're all over the sides and
man.
front and corner,
Yep.
top, bottom. You crash and you fucking hit something, you're
White one.
breaking shit, and it was insane. I was like, fuck these
Breaking
things.
shit that's not even plugged in.
Dude, yeah, dude. So it's like, fuck those things. That's kind of why I hate them.
Yeah, I had a mini heart attack when I saw they make two versions of that new H7 Flight 1 board that's coming out, and one's just like plug and play, and they're selling like all the peripherals that just plug right in, like DTX.
Is it full of JSTs?
It's covered in JSTs. And that's what it made me feel like. My first SP racing board ever, man. I exploded.
And just wait, dude.
literally-
Everybody's gonna all the kids, younger guys will build those because they're easy to build, and then they're gonna race them and then
Yes.
smack them into a couple gates, tear all those fucking JSTs off the
The
fucking
first-
thing.
First face plant they had power loop for the first time.
Done.
When you just pancake on the concrete, it's done.
done.
Peace.
We'll see. I mean, Flight 1.
Like pancakes.
I have dude, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have old race flight boards that still work, but I've seen a lot of people have some reliability challenges. But I've seen a lot of people have great
The
success.
cricket board. I've
It's
had
just like
good
anything.
success before.
It's like anything. But I would say that I would put money on it today that board you're describing will have a lot more failure rate than I'm assuming they're doing one without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So
They got Blackbird back, so
Yeah, I saw that.
they're making some compromises for him, yeah.
Brissett got his shovel. For anybody who's following at home.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he did.
Thank God.
What did he go with a USMC shovel?
He's got this
I meant
one
to.
here.
You get the SOG?
Yeah. Sog makes a good one too. I meant to comment
Yeah.
on that thread. And
Oh,
then
tactical shovel.
Tactical
Yeah.
shovel. Bill
I used to carry one with me for when I was building a lot of stages and shit before I found my niche in the production world. Because if you called the low spot wrong, you got to use a shovel to get the
Yeah.
rest of the stage out.
Apparently, Bill's disposing of bodies down on the beach.
Just small ones.
He was
A
like,
little
I
shovel.
need a little shovel. I'm like, what do you get? What you getting rid of stuff? Like, what are you getting rid of, buddy?
Bill is a man of 1,000 hobbies, and I adore.
Yeah.
Like you can just say something random to Bill, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I went to school for that a little bit back in the day." I used to know the guy who invented the thing you're talking about, and he's really cool. And he's never bullshitting. Like he literally,
Yeah.
he doesn't half-ass anything. Like he
No.
sees something he's into, and
he gets very driven
fucking-
into it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
boom. It's incredible. He's a fountain of knowledge. If you ever get him talking about anything, FPV or not, it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
Ask him about cooking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him, yeah. Hot sauce or Asian food.
You can have a conversation
Alright.
with Brissett till 4 a.m. about anything.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
You will-
And you don't realize it.
you don't realize
It's
it.
like, what
yeah,
the
it's
fuck?
it's all useful information.
Yep.
Risco's saying, yeah. So the problem with most JSTs is they'll just pull away from the trace in a lot of cases. A lot of times you'll break the trace. So I mean, those are challenges that you can come up with a JST, or you just knock the fucker off. Fucking Westside, I'm just reading chat. Westside selling a kidney, probably pay for his DJI transition. Fucking traitor. No, I don't blame you.
I like how
I'm just fucking
Westside's
with
still all about the DJI thing, but didn't he just lose a quad roof?
Oh,
And he just
Did he
got it
just
back.
get it back?
Because DJI got it back, or
Probably they sent us.
Or because DJI, you got it stuck on the roof.
They couldn't have the GoPro award winner. Fucking
Yeah, I mean, is there a DJI
I feel like
award?
that
That's what I really
DJI.
want to know. Is there a DJI award that you're going after?
that's next.
Who's
He'll
going?
win it.
I heard he's going Osmo too.
Oh man, fuck.
He's got the GoPro award. Now he wants the DJI award.
Fucking.
Let's say it's got some of the best shit out there, though. I can't hate on anything
Yeah, he does, man.
because all of his shit he posts is just so gold.
Oh, totally.
And he's
We literally play all of it here.
We play it. Yeah, we play
Because
it
it's
fucking
just so
videos
good.
every goddamn
You
week.
just-
But I have to give him shit. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be me if I didn't give him shit.
It was camping. Touche.
It's
Touche.
independent. It does
For
its
night
own
camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when it goes camping off one of those fucking mountains that you're always flying around, then we'll see.
I'd rather lose my shit.
There's
on
no
a building than a
noise.
mountain, because at least I know where
Hey,
it is.
I mean,
and
you have
that-
no-
there's,
yeah, out there you
There's a
have-
semi-legal way for me to get it back. But like, and like, if I see it go down on a mountain, I'm like, if it's not on fire, I'm never going to find it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I mean,
Like, I'll be like $20 for the first dude that gets it. Yeah.
well, I mean, that's why you know,
Or I'm just leaving.
put a fucking GPS puck on it and fucking track it to your radio, dude. You can record your fucking last known position on your radio. So, I mean, there's definitely ways. If I was flying out there, I would definitely be looking at that, you know.
I got GPS on a ripsqueak. Dude, it's incredible. I can fly that quad for 11 minutes.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's full
shit.
long range,
Fucking
dude.
great.
Yeah. It'll do 399 feet.
Up.
What motors you got on that bad boy?
There's some old Rotor X ones I won in a like micro contest. They're like 14 something maybe. I don't know. They're big with a small base, and I think they're designed for micro long range. It's like a weird niche motor that I happen to have.
It wasn't the 1105B, right? Is it a 1407? Or 1404? Is it that 1404 6S motor or 5S motor they did back in the day?
No, it's like it's a micro motor.
Oh, it's a micro motor?
I just said 1404 because the number sounded like I knew what I was talking about, but I really
used to
have no
run
idea
the
what they are.
1105Bs. Like on my OG Pixel has an 1105B.
They
on
look
it.
large.
Yeah.
With like a tiny base, and they're really smooth, like really fucking smooth. But yeah, they're incredible. And like 3S, like the sweet spot is like 3S HV, and that thing will just cruise on like an 850. It'll cruise for like 11 minutes. It's incredible.
1107.
With the Rotor X props on it. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
They're discontinued.
Yeah, you can't get 1105Bs anymore. I remember I ordered some that got back ordered from TBS, and I was in a pinch because I blew one, so I had to order more. And then my TBS orders, so I had piles of those fucking motors. I ended up giving Brissett a set. I think we traded some motors or something. I don't know. I ended up swapping a bunch out with Brissett along the way. But that's what I built. Rotor X was the jam back in the day, man. They were the shit.
Yeah, I always wanted an add-on, but they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah, no, me too, man.
that 1404 5S was on the Atom. I think that's the way they built those.
You got to think how far ahead that was, though, for like a micro to go that fast. It's like, I feel like only now in like last year we've caught up to a lot of that, like being commercially or just more available and affordable to make a micro go that fast. Or maybe
that's like they
started
just
doing it. Yeah,
They just came out with that one that flies for like, what is it, 18 minutes or whatever, the 4-inch.
Oh,
What was it?
Flywoo
Flywoo.
Yeah, the Flywoo, which
That's inspired by Dave C. Like he's been working on that design for like I remember seeing that on Instagram like last year. Fine, little cat micro.
So
18 minutes. Would you get bored?
Ace Full as a 1404 Raiju Hex. I forgot about that thing.
somebody did a lithium ion pack for that Flywoo and flew like 20 or 30 minutes on that fucking thing.
I
It was
saw
something
that.
crazy. It
Hell
was,
yeah.
we actually were having a convo about soldering 18650s. But, you know, actually, well, if you have cash,
Yeah, 608 is getting his.
there's a lot of super
Flywoo.
cheap. Yeah, 608 ordered one. That's correct. He was telling me about that the other night on my stream. There's a lot of cheap tack welders that are coming out now. If you want to make your own packs and you're not, they're getting like, I saw something that guys were using was like $100 or something that you could do batteries with all day. Like they're not. There definitely some options coming there. And for those that are afraid to solder batteries, which I fully get. I'm actually telling one guy, I'm like, you could build like a box with a plexiglass, like a big plexiglass thing, and if like the inoculation box, where you want to keep something sanitary, you could make something like that for soldering batteries if you wanted to, and wear gloves and long sleeve shirt or something at least to help protect yourself. As long as you don't fucking hammer the battery for a good while with heat, I've found that they're pretty stable. I've made my own.
The genies out.
I've made 10S. I've made 10S lithium ion packs. They take all day, but I've done it. I use the same tack weld pad strips, but I just solder them. So basically, what I do is I just grab the 18650, I rough up the ends, I get them all prepped, I lay them out, I fucking hot glue them. I make sure the order's right. I hot glue them on one side, flip them, hot glue the other side, then I put them on one end, and I double check you got triple double check your diagram, etc. But then I just fucking bang, 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 bang. I tin them, and then I fucking drop the tabs where they need to be, and I fucking just bang, bang, bang.
Just don't
bang,
connect the inside
bang,
to the
bang.
outside.
Just don't loop it.
Yeah.
But I've made.
Don't connect the inside of the top of the cell to the outside with a drip of solder. That's what you don't want.
I was looking to buy extended range packs for my electric skateboard, and who the fuck is calling me? Dude, no.
I thought it was me.
Yeah, I thought it was me.
Somebody's trying to call me on Facebook. I'm on a show, bro. Anyways, so the fucking the 10S packs, like whatever, they're 52 volts or whatever, charged up.
Yep.
A lot of volt.
So it's pretty serious, yeah. But what I did is I actually tapped it in the middle, so that when I was charging it, I would charge them as 2 5-cell packs, and so I put a third tap, so I had my normal hot and cold, and then one more hot in the middle, and then I took my balance leads and I just used 5S. I used 2 sets of 5S balancers on each end for each set. And that makes it easier. But I don't know. Like I said, it's not something we should be terrified. I don't really like fucking around with lipos so much. But lithium ions are big.
Welding's way
they're a lot more stable.
safer.
Yeah.
Welding is way faster. And
Welding,
safer.
spot welding is way faster. I mean, because it's just literally like zap.
Instantly.
Zap. Zap.
Shorter fuse.
Yeah.
Shorter fuse.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was looking to buy some packs. It would have cost me over $300 for the 2 packs, and I ended up ordering, good fucking Panasonic cells and the tabs and a bunch of, wire and big oversized shrink wrap, and it cost me like $80, and I made effectively what would have cost me $300 to buy pre-made. So, and it cost me a day.
Yeah, 10S packs are not cheap, and it's hard as fuck to find a balance board for one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's not many people that. I mean, well, there are. I guess I mean you can find them, but it's not like you're not going to go out and buy some random balance board that's going to do over.
A lot
8S.
of DIY skateboarders are making their
Like
own
tricopters.
A lot of DIY skateboard guys are making their own LI packs for their boards. It's definitely getting more predominant. So RunCam's got a new camera out too, yeah? What time is it? Oh, we are already, okay, we're an hour in, so we got to get moving. RunCam's got a cam, new Eagle. That's it.
Yeah, they do.
That's all I got.
It doesn't really look better from the YouTube videos I've seen, which is disheartening.
They're totally not stealing anybody's intellectual properties, correct?
Well, that's what kind of like pissed me off reading that, because even though if you don't like DJI or Cadix or any of those people, they have like the rights to it. So you're just reverse engineering something that's already been made so your shit can work with it, but you're not a verified source. So it's kind of like,
oh wait, are we talking about the RunCam drama?
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Should we play West
I thought you
Side's
were-
video
What it is?
before we do?
Let's do
we'll
it.
play it after
Let's
at this
play
point.
Video. Here,
Sorry about
fucking
that.
Shit at. And then we'll talk to Wombat and see what he thinks about digital.
I can't afford it.
There you go.
Looks
Same.
neat.
Yeah, I
Same.
can't afford it right now.
Next segment.
That's
Next, we're done. So let's talk about the polarizing goddamn subjects. Here, hold on a second. Let me get rid of this fucking shit. There we go.
what shit are you even talking about?
I'm trying to all the
but can you do this?
crap on the
that what-
screen. So
Yes.
Let's watch West Side. Here we go. Is that the end? Wait a minute. God damn it.
And that was West Side.
That was West
Thank
Side.
you for watching.
And that was it.
That was it.
DJI.
Yeah, go check them out, everybody.
Form your own opinion. Discuss in chat.
Choice is up to you.
Only 600.
Whose video is this?
Some guy.
Some guy.
Okay.
Some guy named Christopher. I don't.
Yo, look, the rolling shutter is real on the fucking props
Fuchsia.
in the run cam. By the way,
It's a Fox ear.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Fox here.
It's 60 frames.
Whatever that shit is. But I'm just saying the rolling shutter is fucking raw. Chris has become opinionated.
I mean, you can see better, bro. Like, I want to fly with GoPro too. I'm not trying to bullshit. And the more I see, more people going to it.
I don't think anybody is,
Like,
to be honest.
I'm jelly.
I don't even want to look in the goggles because I can't afford it.
That's kind of where I wish I didn't. Because it does look good. No way around it.
Ooh, there needs to be an east side FPV.
But you can't real steady it.
Every good hero needs
Can,
one.
probably. With the full size.
Is there an east side? I gotta check that.
When V2 fits in my Fat Sharks, I'll buy it.
Apparently, Westside's trying to get sponsored.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, imagine if he got sponsored by DJI. Be him and Johnny.
Best part is Westside edits his
No
own videos.
problems other than I lost the quad on digital because of digital last week.
Little hiccup in the system.
We don't talk about that.
Glitch in the
I wonder
Matrix.
if those
camping
antennas
trip.
on top of the building knocked him out. I wonder if they were broadcasting something like some kind of cell
Some
repeater,
pulse.
CDMA repeater, something like that.
There was a
on top
cell
of the
tower
building.
on top of the building.
Yeah, so like CDMA may operate the same.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I'll
that's
tell you what,
super
hearing
dope.
Chris- oh, sorry, man.
No, I mean it's a super dope video. Shout out to Westside, and it's a good fair comparison. I mean, let's be real. And like Artie said, dude. I mean, you know, who really doesn't want to fly with the best possible image quality you can, you know, or at least better image quality. I mean, we all have. No, you would be lying, I think, if you said, you know, that you don't appreciate the quality jump. All right, if you're going from an analog to digital system, I'm still, you know, pretty adamant that I'm going to wait to see what the second generation does. And I want to see where, you know, like I said, where ultimately like competition goes as well. And I think as in anything, competition pushes each other manufacturers to do better, you know. And there's those elements. So, you know, for me, I'm glasses wearer. Yes, I could wear glasses in the fucking DJIs. I don't want to. I like having my glasses off and putting them in and being able to individually focus, like in my HDO2s. So for me, that's a big factor. I don't like the closed source nature of DJI. That's a personal thing, and coming back around to the drama regarding RunCam. So if you're not hip, RunCam dropped a camera where they effectively basically
Really just want to.
they put a UID in there that will allow it to talk to the DJI system, and Cadix went ape shit, and now DJI is kind of backing them in that regard, where, you know, they basically said, well, you know, RunCam didn't reach out to us and blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, that's also part of the, you know, this is where my personal opinion kind of comes in. Like, you know, Fat Shark's solution is saying they're going to open it up for manufacturers to be able to make their own cameras, make their own VTX or whatever, or lease cameras. So you have choices, and that's the problem with closed source versus more of an open source, quote unquote, thing, you know. And for DJI to make a thing and then make it exclusive, I mean, it is what it is. It's their business, right? They can make it exclusive to whoever they want. Tough call.
I totally agree. Like, honestly, I'm kind of with DJI on this one because that's like in this one instance is they said, here, this is who's going to make our shit. And then somebody else started making their shit and they're not verified. They might be right. It might not work.
No, like reverse engineering. It's literally they just set an ID code on the camera that enabled that link, and that's it. And honestly, it's kind of, I don't know. I think it's kind of stupid. I think there should be more choice in cameras.
Yeah. I do as well, but that's up to like the manufacturer to do.
Agreed. You know, and at the end of the day, again,
can you blame them for being? They're the only manufacturer out there right now making a commercially available, successful HD system. Wow, like. I understand why they don't do it.
Yeah.
And, you know,
well, I mean, think about it though.
Eventually they'll have to.
The more
right?
camera options, the more you're likely to sell product. It's not like DJI is losing money because somebody else is making a camera. Caddx is losing. Caddx has the competition now, and that's the thing, you know. And then there's a licensing thing, and you know, yes, we've seen it. We've seen this drama a million times with TBS and smart audio. All right, you know what I mean? Let's be real. Like, companies would use smart audio protocol and Trappy'd lose his fucking mind.
Right.
You know, so I
or
get
like
it.
Or like the race flight and Helio thing. It's the same thing back to that. So it's
or TBS and FR Sky.
Or TBS and FR Sky, yeah. And I mean,
Yep.
you know, yeah, I get it. I don't know. It's a tough call. It kind of makes me chuckle a little, but at the end of the day, I think that, like I said, I want to see the next generations. I hope DJI is actually listening to everyone who isn't buying it right now. I hope they're listening to the naysayers so they can fix those things. And hell no, maybe V2, DJI, I'll be ripping it. You know what I mean? But I want to see where it goes. I want to give it a little time. This is their first thing.
I'd really like to see some new goggles.
I want to see modules. I just want to see a fucking module. I want to see a fucking camera and a VTX and a module and maybe some goggle options. Let Orca make a goggle that uses the DJI receiver. You know what I mean? Like, let's get some diversity in there. That's the problem with DJI. And like I said, I've said it a million times.
They missed the mark on this community. Is that we're gonna modify shit, and they don't want that to happen.
And at the end of the day, Runcam could just release the camera and be like, here, if you want to use it on DJI, just put this code in the fucking thing and send it. You know what I mean? And leave it to the end user to unlock. Quote unquote, if it really pisses off people, you know. But at the end of the day, that camera was made for the fucking Bifrost. That's where this is all coming from. That camera was made to, you know, obviously support the Bifrost stuff, SharkBite now, you know, and add digital link to SharkBite. Runcam, of course, is trying to capitalize on as much market as they can.
Right.
Legality wise, I don't know. I haven't honestly researched it that far in terms of legality, but is it shitty? I don't know. Maybe.
Deck in the house. What up, brother?
I think that, like, that is the thing though. Like, I mean, with anything, I mean, you have a Phantom, you have a Phantom 2, you have a Phantom 3, you have a Phantom 4. You got a Mavic Pro, Mavic Air, Mavic fucking salsa cha-cha machine. I don't know. That's DJI's track record in the drone industry is they release more than one product. They release multiple versions. I couldn't imagine it changing or that MO changing with the FPV market. I am expecting to see a V2 DJI system within the next year or two.
Especially with that more cinematic shooting and expanding.
The fucking air unit's huge, dude. I mean, come on. Like, we didn't need that shit. We needed a fucking VTX and Crossfire.
One thing that scares me about DJI is that they will just drop support at the fucking drop of a hat. All of a sudden, nothing's fucking supported. And so that is, I mean, that's why I said, like, I don't agree with them as a company.
With that,
but in this, they might be a little bit right where they're like, here's the software and it needs to be this hardware. You guys go make it. We'll pay you to go. Like, you don't see people making bootleg X7 fucking gimbals for the i2. You know what I mean? You don't see that happening. Like, nobody makes that.
What effectively got proved though is that the cameras aren't all that special. Okay, the reality is the cameras aren't all that fucking special. All that, the only limiting factor was a fucking software code. That is literally what changed that enabled the support for this. So whatever. I mean, again,
moral of the story: the special was in you the whole time.
You are the special.
You are the special.
It's a pretty polarizing topic, and like I said, I want to see the same reason why I didn't buy Orcas. I need focus, bro. I want to be able to focus my shit. That's important.
I can't afford an opinion. that's I literally cannot afford an opinion. So I don't care what anyone else flies.
Well, thankfully, V1 of Bite Frost or Shark Bite or whatever the fuck they're calling it, I always forget.
It's in production.
They're making it, so there's gonna be a dogfight.
I hadn't seen.
I don't care
the
if it's
pricing
720p.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if the
hear
price
about this thing.
Yeah.
The
It's gonna be a race drone because
Yeah.
it's got a prop nut. But here's the thing: is they also got sued by, I think, who is it, Autel?
Yes, I guess there's a.
They got sued by Autel because of their prop mechanism. So that could be the Mavic 3 that just has a fucking
new
prop nut.
prop nut on it.
Yeah.
We called that happening whenever the first talks about the DJI FPV system. They're gonna have this overpriced thing in a box for like $1,500 at your Walmarts that people are gonna think that getting into FPV is unobtainable.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm worried about with that coming out.
It might keep like the well, I guess, the dumb fucks.
Riffraff.
Have you seen what people do with DJI on Christmas mornings?
Go to
have
Best
you,
Buy
Have you been
fucking-
down that fucking
Catching
rabbit hole on YouTube?
fireworks.
Speaking of which, that fucking news report that they allegedly Air Force One nearly hit a drone. Like, how fucking crazy is
Bullshit.
that? How are you gonna
There's no way.
see something
No way.
that big out the porthole the side of the fucking plane, bro? Like some reporter
Dude, it had
allegedly
to
saw
be a
it.
fucking weather balloon. Come on.
Dude, I mean,
No, it's.
I don't know. At the
I
end
mean,
of the day,
they were on takeoff and going straight up
sorry.
in the fucking air. That C-32 can just take off and climb vertically, and it usually does, so it can get the fuck out of airspace and go up to E or wherever the fuck it goes and cruises at. There's no way. They said like multiple reporters that were on board, like multiple people saw it, but I'm not an expert. And it's like, yeah, no shit.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you can afford it and you got money to burn, and that's what you want to do, I mean, by all means, by all fucking means,
Make that sale, buddy.
make that fucking sale. Get that shit. If you have the cash to retrofit your fleet, I mean, that's for me is a big concern too. It's like I've got 20, 30 fucking quads that I like to fly on and off. Like, the fuck am I gonna do there? We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I want to see where it goes.
Secondhand Dom V2s, man.
Bro, I had my HD 2s
right.
for over 4 years before I bought new goggles. And so that's ultimately my other, like, the whole point about DJI's track record with releases. Like, it's like every 2 years they come up with a new version of whatever they had, right? But, like, and people make fun of Fat Shark for not changing the fucking, reinventing the wheel over all their time. But at the end of the day, my HD 2s were fucking fine until the HDOs, got ironed out.
Yeah.
And when the HDO ones came out, I got to try them before they were even announced here in New York. Greg brought we were doing a whoop race. I got to race laps with them before they were ever in release. I thought they were good. I had to put my diopters in them though, and diopters suck for glasses wear. And so I'm gonna wait. And I said the same shit when the HDO2s and the OLEDs hit. I'm like, I'm gonna wait to see Gen 2 because I want to see if there's any problems with these OLEDs that they're putting in here or whatever. Because my fucking HD2s have been rock fucking solid up till now. I didn't have a reason to upgrade. It's kind of like my son. He gets a fucking cell phone every time they come out every year. Like, why do you need to do that? Does your phone not work?
My thing is, I just don't look into the new technology at all because I know I'll get excited and want to spend money on it.
There's that
So like
too.
somebody's like, dude,
That's
you
what
gotta look at
happened
these
with VR.
HDOs. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna look at your really better than mine goggles. I'm still rocking like Dom V2s with like True D V1 for my receiver, and it works for me. It's worked this whole time. Granted, it could probably be better with all the new stuff that's out there, but I just don't let myself know about it. I just stay under my rock and enjoy what I know works for me.
Gas is a real thing, gear acquisition syndrome, and it's really, really in the music industry is a fucking serious fucking like problem for some people. Like you watching like Sweetwater's catalog every time it comes out, and you're watching fucking all these things, and like for me being
make
into
3 orders from Sweetwater, and Steve calls you. Hey man, just checking in.
Just checking in, dude.
You know I'm
heard
not a
about this
store,
new
right?
Shit, bro. We got this new shit. I'm sure you want it.
I panic overnighted in 2 5 to 3 pin DMX cables, and now we're friends. Like, come on.
So like being into the modular scene, like behind me I have the modular back there, but you know, like with that, I had to fucking seriously like step away from that community because the modular scene, they were releasing so many modules every month. It was like, it got crazy. I'm like, I would go broke if I even remotely tried to keep up with the cool shit that's coming out in this community. And for studio guys, you know, gear acquisition syndrome's crazy. I've seen it in some
You
people.
want to see my first goggles?
New lenses?
Yes.
Hang on, I gotta turn off the virtual camera.
Dude, I'm so happy you have those.
Yeah. The screen's in the shed, but yeah, so I made these out of like poster board, right? Because I wanted goggles, and all I had was like some like super shitty clone quad, and it came with a screen. I bought it secondhand on Craigslist, so I took one of those cheap like VR headsets I got from like a thrift store,
right?
And cut all the shit out of it, and then made a box around it the size of the inner diameter of the sunshade screen that was Velcro, so it Velcroed to it. Boom. Nice. And I had like some lights on it. You know, I had it all decked out. I had a. That's how I knew when my goggle battery was getting low.
That's fucking awesome.
Because the battery Velcroed to the top, and dude, these things. This was legit, man. I was like CC3D, so awesome. Like just rocking, and the blue is duct tape.
Hell yeah!
So you're
Mississippi gold right there.
So let's where did you grow up, Tyler? Like where are you from, and tell us a little bit about your background.
South Mississippi, and my background is my old shed. No, South Mississippi, born and raised. I don't talk like I'm from the South. I talk like I'm TV. Like I talk like the television because you know, you grew up.
Yeah, you have a phone voice.
Yeah, exactly. You talk like TV. Nobody talks like where they're from anymore. But my background, as far as like getting into FPV or just in general.
Well, like in general, like how do you know you work in the entertainment industry? We kind of touched on that a little bit earlier. Yeah. So like what got you into your career in like the industry you're in, like as a lighting professional and production professional, and like did you coming up in high school or college, did you study like any particular like arts or anything that helped you along the way?
Girls and skateboards.
Girls and skateboards
were the two main things I studied in high school.
Right on.
But like all of my aptitude tests would come back like, I think I got stunt coordinator like 3 times in a row, and every time the guidance counselor was like, I didn't even know that was on there. I was like, I didn't either. It sounds awesome. Where do I go to, like, do we need those around here? Like, what's up? And so like, and I've always been like taking shit apart and like figuring shit out. And I started doing this, like, I've always made music. I've always tried to been like very creative and make music. And there was a pile of children's toys behind the Salvation Army off the highway that I guess it was like toys that were broken or they weren't selling, but they just had them in a fucking pile, like a big pile of trash. And after it would rain, you could hear all like the noise making bleeps and bloops and like and that got my brain turning. I was like, why are all these toys that, like you'd hear like in the Carl says like with a bunch of other like droney stuff. And I was like, that just sounds cool. Like I don't know what I can do with it. So I started buying like cheap battery operated toys from the thrift stores, and like I'd open them up and look at the circuit board and be like, whoa. So I'd just like lick my thumb and start moving it around on it and find a spot where it'd be like, bleh. And then I would like hack together a solder job from a wire to a thumbtack to the casing, so I could touch the same
like
spot but not inside of it. Yeah, I was doing circuit bending. I didn't know what it was until I ran into some noise kids and they saw the weird shit I'd built. And they're like, you're a circuit bender? And I was like, yeah, man, circuit bender. Duh.
That's like definitely
not bored and poor and trying to make cool sounds with no money.
Right.
And so that kind of launched me into like, I want to know why whenever I touch there, that starts to work. So I went to school for electronic engineering, and this is the first time I've only done great in school because I was actually interested in it.
Yeah.
And like, Yeah, and I walked out of there like I went to fucking Hogwarts or some shit. You're just like, I know how everything works. I mean, I don't, but it's like it teaches you a good discipline in problem solving, and that kind of led me into
absolutely
not so much wanting to work directly, like at an engineering firm and like working alongside like a legit ass engineer. That sounds cool, but like same four walls has never really been for me.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to find that like trial by fire troubleshooting kind of thing. And a buddy of mine called and was like, hey man, this company needs help loading out. I was like, I don't know what loading out is, but I'm working at a skate park. So, okay.
Right.
And went and did it and was like, oh, that was cool. Kind of got to see how everything worked in reverse.
Right.
And it's like, hey man, can I, next time you guys are like, yeah, dude, you killed it. Thanks. Yeah, come on. And then that, launched me into the last like 11, 12 years of my life of just, learning more and more. And I know that even when I talk like the older production guys, you can ask them is like, do you ever go a gig without learning something? They're like, no, it's different every fucking time.
Of course.
And that aspect got me into I know it's a really long-winded answer, but
no, it's great actually. This is awesome.
Oh, it's an awesome answer.
It got me into and being the unsung hero of like nobody knows you're there if you're doing a good job, but you do.
Yeah, exactly.
And every now and then you turn to the audio guy, he's like, did you fucking see that? He's like, no. Like, yeah, I did. It was awesome.
Hey,
fuck you,
Wombat, remember the time you were on the show and you were sending me videos and you were like, hey, watch this. Skirt. And you were piping that through the fucking whole audio.
Yeah,
for the whole
it was like little Gucci Mane. No. It was some big rapper. It wasn't Kevin Gates. I forget who it was, but yeah, I had the audio guy pipe in a mic from front of house, and I did the skirts, and like nobody noticed, like through the tracks and stuff. Like it was like real like trap music, so I'd be like skirt, brr, like doing shit like that through the PA from front of house. It was great.
Dude, I got hella messages like that night. You were laughing your fucking ass off. You were like, fantastic. Dude, I don't want it. You were like laying on the floor with the microphone sending me videos.
I mean, being able to troubleshoot and think on your feet quickly in the entertainment industry in production is clutch. I mean, especially when you're working with some ridiculous client, like, I don't know, some AAA artist, that wants their shit to work now. It should have already been working. I mean, why isn't it working? What the fuck?
Right.
And like you need to be able to be like, okay, click, 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 click. Okay, there you go.
And that makes you a dangerous weapon in the production world. And like the audio guys, like I do audio as well, but I don't advertise that because I don't want to do audio because it looks really boring. I have a lot of appreciation for it, but
you're always getting
I do
yelled
system teching. I'm like a backseat system tech kind of guy. That if I see them like trying to fix something for a long time, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know why it's not working, but I'm just gonna stay out of it. And then I'm like, I gotta go fix it. And then they're like, man, we almost fucking had it. Debatable.
Yeah,
you can only update that console
so like many times.
Once.
Yeah, fucking.
But just the I kind of relate the production industry to like I was always that kid in class during the tornado drill that was really excited because it was out of the ordinary. Like I wanted to see it get really bad because I wanted to like come out the other side and like have the trenches stories with my homies of like, remember that one time at school that school bus flipped over and nobody got hurt, but it like wrapped itself around the swing set? That was fucking awesome. Like, that was terrible. Like, no, it was different. It was cool. And we made it out.
Nightmares.
Yeah. So what? So do you ever have gig mares?
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. I haven't in a while. Yeah. Where you wake up and you're on a like, where you have a dream where you're on a gig and you're working and you're doing shit and it feels so real.
And something goes wrong or something.
And something goes wrong and you're in there and you're fixing it. A lot of times after like long EDM shows or something like that, I'll be laying there and I close my eyes and like it's still like
going.
My eyes are still like adjusting to not seeing anything after blasting myself in the face.
Have you had what's the most fucked up thing that's ever happened to you on a gig?
Oh man. Most fucked up, like to me personally or crew
or just in general? It could be like, or what was like something just something fucking like crazy, something blew up, caught fire, I don't know, or fucking just wrecked your day in general.
Okay.
Because
there
I mean,
was
we've all
this,
seen
we
some
were-
of the entertainment industry like fails, like the video wall that
Yeah.
came down in Vegas, or
Oh, man.
I have a few of my own
That stuff
personal
makes my
stories,
stomach
or like the
turn.
Matchbox
That
20
stuff
one
makes my-
down in, I think it was in Atlanta, when Matchbox 20. They had all these video walls hanging in the air. It was insane, and all this lighting rig. And they had what's called a mother grid, and then they had a sub hang. And the mother grid had 8 motors on it. That were basically the entire show was hanging off these fucking 8 motors. And apparently, somewhere during the day, they had to disconnect the feeder. And when they did reconnect the feeder, they didn't match the phases properly. So what effectively happened is a couple motors decided to
Up
go
is
up.
now down, and down is now
Yeah,
up.
and a couple motors, and all the rest went down, and the whole thing turned into a pretzel, and video walls fucking flew off the side of it and crashed down into Dimmer Beach, and it was pretty exciting.
Oh shit!
My friend Jeremy
I-
was sitting in Dimmer Beach when that happened, but
I about killed a kid with a motor control once. That's another story. We were floating a truss in just like a little bit off the ground because it was like a horizontal hang of truss with a vertical, then another horizontal under it to make like a square for all like the ILDA and stuff to go on. It was like a 6-tier deep stage kind of situation. It was ridiculous. And I was there for the loadout trying to get my lights off of my company's lights off of the truss to get out of there before anybody else. And we were going to bring it in and then lean it out to bring it down. And this one kid from the video company comes by and just hits a button on the motor control. And like 2 of the hands' feet was like under that 2-inch gap because they were, decabling and shit.
Right.
And sat one side of that down. And I just was like so confused as to why the motor just moved and nobody yelled, "Hey,
truss moving,
upstage 2 coming in, truss moving."
What the fuck?
And there was this like kid, this like 20-year-old kid, just like, ooh, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing here right now, dude? Like, you could have, like, luckily nobody got hurt, but it was like, don't ever do that. And he was like, I just wanted to know what the button did. I was like, don't. It's not your button.
Yeah, that's
not your button.
like getting
And,
his
like,
hand
yelled at him.
broken.
Yeah, I yelled at him for like, and that's how the production world is like, you if you're passionate about something and it's something that's involving somebody's safety, you tell them very like dry, like you're fucking up and you're going to hurt somebody because you got to have that kind of intensity to get this stuff across because all this shit wants to kill you.
Yes.
And he wasn't used to that like in your face kind of thing, and I kind of felt bad after a little while because I've yelled at my friends and then you're all like buddies in the truck on the way home.
Yeah.
Like it's just how it is. You gotta be vocal
in the
if you're
heat
not.
of the moment, especially if you have people's feet trapped under a fucking piece of fucking heavy machinery. I mean, that's just like definitely not a situation you want to be.
The way to the situation, you gotta react
man.
accordingly.
I mean, that if granted that was like not best case scenario, but not worst case scenario. Like if it was like a multi-point hang, that could have been really bad. Because as soon as that truss twists, it's coming down.
Yeah.
Like that was an intense night. But the one that comes to mind is whenever I was checking my radar all day and telling the PM of the shows. It was years and
Outdoor
years ago.
show?
Outdoor show on the beach. And
oh god,
when you're on a beach, you gotta you call red every 20 minutes, especially like when you're near the bay. And I was like, man, it's gonna rain. It's like, it's not gonna rain. It's Pensacola Beach. It goes right around. I was like, dude, I'm looking at the fucking radar. There's a giant cell coming in from the south. It's about to fucking pour.
Right.
And it's like, I've already lamped off. And he's like, why are you lamping off? Are you done programming? It's like, yeah, I'm done for sure. And they kept fighting me. And then it got to the point where I could see the fucking rain on the horizon. And they were like, it's gonna go around. And it's like, okay, all right. Fast forward 30 minutes later, they got tarps over everything. They're pulling lights down off the stream outside of the stage and like putting them wherever they can to get them out of the water. One dude's like holding on to like has a 6-foot span set wrapped over the upstage truss and it's like holding on to it with like a tarp over it with another guy and like knocking over drums and everything. And it was like it was raining sideways, and I was like in the middle of all that because I got all like the immediate crew, like red, please go away, take shelter. And then we tried to save what we could. Shouldn't have, but that passion.
Wait, was that the flood? Was that like the videos you guys like?
No, that was not the flood.
Like, the
flood
was nuts.
I
that
called
was
a
like
crew.
the same situation.
Yeah, I called a crew out of a park that the promoter was really gung-ho about them loading into. And I was like, don't fucking load into that park. You're just going to load it right back in the truck. And
Right.
it's getting bad. Like, it's actively raining. And they're like, hey, man, there's like water building up in front of the stage. I was like, leave. Just leave. It's over. And it's like, yeah, but the promoter keeps cussing at me saying he paid this and that. And it's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. It's not worth it.
Right.
Like, you're gonna like float the generator in midair and let no feeder touch anything. And also, like, how are people gonna watch the show from boats? No. You leave. And as they were leaving, water was actually lapping the box of the Penske.
Jesus.
About 3 or 4 hours later, they were airlifting people out of there. It was in a fucking creek bed.
Yeah, the
Oh my god.
the
fucking guard had to come in.
the worst tragedy I was ever around was we were doing these sister festivals in Germany called Southside and Hurricane, and while we were playing Hurricane, Southside was basically getting hit by a hurricane, and so we were literally on the way in, and we basically heard reports because we were with the promoter, and they were like, they had all these fucking riggers that came in, right? All these Portuguese riggers that had come in, and for whatever reason, they decided to do a fucking like immigration papers check, effectively, and they grabbed all the riggers that had come in from out of country, and they corralled them into this place, and were telling them they wanted to see their fucking paperwork. And as a fucking storm's coming in, and the riggers started freaking out, screaming like, "We got to bring the rigs in! We got to bring the rigs in!" You know,
it's got to come down.
It's got to come down.
People are gonna get hurt.
Yeah, because we're talking a fucking massive festival.
Yeah.
So we got delay stacks. So make the story
Is this in the day of conventional lighting?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but this was, so what happened, though, effectively, I want to keep the story short. What happened was they detained the riggers. Fucking one of the delay towers came down on an ambulance fucking parked underneath of it.
Fuck, dude.
So, you know, and so as we came in to do the show, they cleaned up, and we ended up got delayed and had to do the show the next day. We ended up doing a vigil for the people that were lost, but that's probably one of the most fucked up situations I've been around, personally, one heavy ones or whatever. And then one other time I was in South America and the feeder caught fire, and the feeder happened to be running through the crowd.
Oh man, I've heard stories of things of that nature.
Which is insane, but I don't want to totally sidetrack us anymore.
Some early bird set their metal chair on it or something.
Yeah, I think I told you that story. So effectively,
oh man,
quick.
Yeah, go ahead and tell that one.
Front of house, I was in fucking South America. We're on stage. There was big problems with power all day. Ended up getting a generator at the end of the day. They run the power cable right through the crowd, and then they filled the fucking seating area with metal chairs, and started the show.
What?
That hurts my brain.
Somebody fucking spiked a metal chair in between. There wasn't fucking ramps. There were no cable
There was
ramps.
no cable ramps?
There was no
Oh
cable
my
ramps.
God.
It was feeder. Literally just fucking 5-wire running right through the fucking crowd. And
For those of you who don't know, feeder is the juice.
yeah, it's like
That is what gives the life to
What is that?
phase.
Like 480 volts?
Three-phase.
It's three phase.
Depending on what legs you catch.
It depends on what legs you put together, which will create your
That
voltage.
delta high will make you scream.
And it's 200 or 400 amps, generally speaking. Like that's
Holy shit.
the disconnects. So anyway, somebody spikes a chair, fucking shit catches fire, crowd nearly riots. I was about to run. It was insane. it was insane.
We could go all night with like the
Gig
production
stories.
team
Yeah.
stories,
One of these
man.
days we're gonna do a fucking gig story night. We should.
Loving
Oh
this.
man. Yeah, but I don't want anybody in the gig industry to hear it, because they will just pick you apart and tell you how it could have been avoided. And yes, we all know this, but
It's
it's
like that side-loaded shackle I posted that picture of the other
Oh
day.
man, that was impressive. Like I can't even wrap my mind around how you get
How do
that.
you take a shackle and just fucking bend it like almost 180 degrees?
Yeah.
I had a motor
Anyway.
catch fire in the air during the loadout, trying to bring the truss in. It was actually here at oh Jesus, oh my God, I can't remember it's one of the big theaters here in New York City. I can't remember the fucking when, but fucking motor caught fire. We actually had to we actually put a temp gun on it. Like it was a mess because it was like the main hang, and they couldn't get it in because the motor was bound in on fire. So they had a fire extinguisher it, run a rigger up, make another point, take the load with
It was
another motor.
probably at a bridle.
Get it fucking
had to
off
have been at a
there.
bridle.
Yeah, you know, and then fucking take it up. So, I mean, a quick synopsis of how gigs work is riggers come in first, and they make all the points in the air. Where you,
Brown House
where you
at
can
home.
hang. And if you ever meet a rigger, give him a big hug because he's the guy that keeps heavy shit from falling on your head everywhere you go. And, you know, like everything that gets installed above people's heads, there's a rigger figuring that shit out.
Yep.
Probably one of the most important people in show business and probably
And
least,
some of the most passionate people
Yes.
in support business.
Absolutely.
In show business. Like they literally, every department, if they have a brain on their shoulders, respects the riggers.
Oh.
They can make or break your day. If you don't know
Totally.
how much something weighs,
Fuck you on
your
the in
day
and
is going
out.
to get longer. I appreciate that about them because they don't, there's no like, well, so-and-so says he does it this way. It's like, no, rigging is,
It's science.
you do it right.
Yeah.
It is science.
Science.
There's no like, let's do it like this, you know?
Although you see it with people that don't know what they're doing, but yeah, I've been blessed to have worked with some of those best rigging guys in the industry.
In 608, I've been meaning to pick up Pop-Tarts because I've been wanting to eat Pop-Tarts lately. But if you're saying they're skimping on Pop-Tart frosting, man,
They are.
They
for
are
sure.
for sure.
No. Look, my kids get them about once every couple months just because I really want one. Like, and I have noticed, man, there's a lot of like transparent, like I can see through the frosting, little bald spots and shit. They're definitely making cuts.
Yep. I want to say one more thing about production. The most dangerous place in production, I'm sure you'll agree with me, is in the back of a truck, in the back of a
fuck yeah.
trailer. And I didn't believe that for the longest time, but a rigger told me that. And I was like, you guys like dangle by like, okay,
Fucking
yeah.
because you stack
Like, I'm listening.
you stack fucking 3-4 motor cases on top of each other, and you have something that will kill somebody if it fucking falls on them. And I actually always called my trucks. I usually would take 2
Oh, yeah,
trucks. Or so on
Pack
the
master.
out, and I would usually what I did is I pack backline monitors in front of house, and then would start the PA truck until the fucking PA guys got everything in and were able to make it to the truck just to get us out of there. And I was the fucking I was the backline crew chief and stage manager in some cases, but you know,
I've taken a couple backline gigs. That's cake.
as a fucking it never was for me because I was always the Pro Tools guy, so I was always changing the show. I was always remixing. I was always but anyways, but I would also tend to be the backline crew chief, and sometimes I would set carp and the stage manager, and basically assistant stage manage if on bigger shows, like we'd have a main stage manager and I would try to help him, you know. So for example, I would get trucks started as shit was coming in and try to help relief like the audio guys. Because usually, you know, as the show goes up, it's going to be, you know, your rigging, you're going to be your truss. Typically, you're going to be lighting, maybe video. Sound points will start going up with the bumpers. And then, you know, and as the calls go, the riggers come in first in the morning and in production. Lighting guys come in, stagger sound, maybe have video somewhere in the between or close to lighting. And riggers would make the points. People would build truss. Guys would start hanging shit on it. It all goes up in the air. Once all that shit goes in the air, maybe you build a stage under it, so you might have carp call, you know. And then ultimately you end up with the fucking band gear, so the backline crew comes in at noon.
And then the client comes up 10 minutes before show and it's like, hey, can you hang this banner?
Yeah, dude, can you hang this backdrop? Or you're outside.
I can't tell you how many times a client has been like, hey, can you hang this banner? It's like, there's really no, it's like, just wherever you can hang it. And I'm like, all right, side of the PA.
Backdrop on an outdoor show?
There you go.
What's your win rating?
Oh my God.
Fucking,
I was
this
that
is
guy
not
at the
blow
film
through.
fest.
That make believe blow through that clients get. They're like, no, it's blow through, and I was like, dude, these holes are like what kind of wind? Like, I don't think you understand. It's like, all right, I'm gonna serrate it up here, tie a loop around it, and then I'm gonna grab 2 ends of this tie line and rip it in half if the wind starts blowing, because that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if
Anyway.
you have an outdoor stage and you put a giant backdrop on it, it becomes a big fucking sail. Video walls do too. That's another.
I was
fun
actually
fact.
about to take my first big rigging call this year for Hangout. I was going to build the Black Monster from Premier Global, and that got canceled. That was going to be like my getting my toes way more than wet.
Dude, I'm gonna be so fat and out of shape from sitting around fucking here. It's gonna be painful when I go back, but I can't wait
It's
to
some
get
VR,
it.
man.
The water.
Start playing your VR more.
Yeah.
Oh my
I worked
god, that
up
was the
biggest
worst.
sweat I ever had playing VR.
So,
This week.
Vince is gonna be even skinnier in a few weeks, guys, because he's decided.
I'm gonna be all
he's
no. Muscle weighs heavier than skinny, no muscle bones.
Yep.
Scientific. I'm gonna put on 10 pounds, but look like a giant.
You're gonna have weird
Be
shaped
like muscles on
forearms.
muscles.
Weird shaped forearms.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the weirdest shaped fuck you'll ever see.
What you doing with that lawnmower blade?
What you got?
Oh yeah,
That bag of war.
French sling blade.
French
I
Sling
guess I have to
Blade.
watch that movie now.
You've never watched Sling Blade?
Oh my
I'll
god.
put it
how?
on my list.
Dude,
I haven't
that's
seen
almost
either.
that's wrong. That if you haven't watched Sling Blade, you must watch fucking Sling
Oh,
Blade.
Billy Bob. Well, I like Billy Bob
Fucking-
because he had relations with
Yeah,
What's
a
her
certain
name?
Billy. Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie,
Angelina
aka Lara
Jolie.
Croft.
Lara Croft.
Mm.
So their new running joke is that Vice is related to and or is Billy Bob Thornton Sling Blade because I have read the video of him riding the bike. Somebody is like, "Yo, he looks like Sling Blade." I was like,
Yeah, thank you,
like,
whoever mentioned that. By the way.
"Damn."
Oh god. Dude, that's the first time I even heard that. That's amazing. I almost said that's
where that all
un-American.
That's where it all comes from. But so what?
No, well, the weird shaped forearms was from when the three of us were hanging out after the fire,
Oh god.
and then it transferred over to Vice being a weird shape fuck.
Fucking weird shaped fucks.
That was just the word of the week,
So-
or the phrase of the
Oh
week.
man.
Back to our
the year.
Back to our guest. So what? So you obviously you got into flying FPV, obviously at some point, and you've been blessed to become a BQE team pilot. What
Yeah,
was
still don't
like?
know how that happened.
What was like what? Were you into other IRC or did you fly shit before you got into mini quads and ultimately what led you to mini quads?
Well, I saw that one video of the Swedish dudes racing around the woods, and I was like, "That's fucking cool. That looks rad." And so, immediately got on Craigslist. But backtrack a little bit before that, I was into RC cars, and I was, started with like 1/18 scale, making them like way too fucking fast, and just hit the throttle and they flip over. And then I did 1/8 scale, and then I just started breaking shit all the time because I've never been one to just take it lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm going to get my hands on something that doesn't physically harm my body or anyone else, and I can make it go fast, I'm going to break it. And so that just got expensive. So I would just like launch these RC cars like miles through the air twice, like a fucking bottle rocket, and then rebuild it again. And then I saw the FPV and I was like, yeah, that looks fun. You can make it fly through the air without breaking it all the time. Boy, was I wrong. Got on Craigslist and bought somebody's used gear with a Walkera DaVinci radio.
Devo. Is it the Devo one? Bill loves those, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like the old one before the one. It didn't have a module bay or anything, and some like knockoff frame. It had like the arms were like 2 mil thick and glass fiber props and a CC3D or open pilot Libra pilot. It had a Libra pilot. Yeah. CC3D board on it and a board camera at like no angle and a monitor that I made goggles, and that's how it started. And honestly, that quad, I would just break something and then replace whatever I broke with something newer.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of turned into this quad that I still have called Skeeter, which is like held
love
together
Skeeter.
with zip ties and hot glue, and the flight controller is literally zip tied into the frame. It's just been nothing but field repaired and hot glue whenever I'm at the house. Literally the front of the frame is broken, top and bottom plate, and the back of the frame is broken, top and bottom plate, right? And so what I did was I shoved the broken carbon fiber kind of into itself and then zip tied from here to pull it laterally together,
right?
And did the same thing on the bottom. So like after I crash, I would just like get it back into shape and send it back up. And that quad still fucking flies great. It's got like every motor on it's like Emax red bottoms and like different color bells from like shit I could find, or somebody like, man, my motor's fucked. I was like, I'll throw it away for you.
Right.
And just like make it work on it. And yeah, I keep that quad running just out of nostalgia. I think the XT60 is actually like 90% hot glued, 10% soldered, and it still flies great. Like the flight controller's in there at a fucking angle and not bolted down in any way, shape, or form. And so that just kind of like that ability to just like wing it back together and keep going. And then I found BQE frames, and I was like, oh, I don't have to use zip ties anymore. I can still fly like an asshole, and I don't have to use zip ties.
How long did it take you to meet Bill?
I honestly, I don't have a good timeline on that.
Yeah.
I feel like I met...
Where did you find out about BQE?
BQE, I think watching one of DJ's old videos, and Gravy was another big...
Right.
He really, those two guys really got me into the BQE thing, and then I kind of fell in love with not only like the product, but like the aesthetic and like the attitude behind the BQE guys. Once I started to know a little bit more about like about it, you know,
right?
And it just love at first sight, man. And it's hard to beat it. That's the only way to say. If you had to pick a brand to fanboy over, I think BQE is a solid choice.
Right on. Yeah.
Straight up.
And Bill's pretty amazing guy.
Bill is like one of the I'm actually wearing one of Bill's old shirts, Mellovision.
The Mellovision? Hell yeah.
It's like a thing he used to do. Yeah, he used to like have a YouTube channel of like crabs mating and shit.
Yeah, Mellovision.
He used to be huge. You can check it out. Just check out Mellovision.
If you don't know about Bill, you can ask him about his older stuff with his crabs and terrariums and shit. He was way into it.
He was like one of the first people to like successfully breed the certain rare crab. Yeah, insane.
Yeah.
And he would like, he had one video at YouTube knocked the music off of it, but it was like sexy time music, like these super rare crabs mating. Funny. I fucking love it. That was Mellovision, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Bill's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he is.
You know,
I mean, look what he fucking created.
He's a fucking dreamboat, dude.
Joel says he's all about BQ emu, BQ emu, BQ emu.
Ooh. The emu flight is some hot shit.
So Vince, you have to. So now you have to make a DJI talk slide too. So we have an emu talk, and we have to have a DJI talk or an HD talk.
Fuck you! I want a Kiss fucking slide too.
You have a Kiss. What are you talking about? Kiss? Do we need a Kiss talk?
I got it up here in the corner, wherever it is.
It's okay. You can fly Kiss on bqe.io.
Yeah, you can always.
I don't.
Yeah, have you heard?
Actually, I got one.
Basher loves his Kiss bando. So what?
Dude, I got my first one. My second one actually.
Talking about BQE, like, so what's your favorite frame? What's your go-to flyer?
It's probably not going to show up because Zoom stupid Greens. It's a banger right now.
Yeah,
that's kind of been my go-to, man. The Bot 5 I loved that frame so much, and it just like, it was surprising. Like I'd hit the ground and be like, that's it. It's broken. It's fucking broken.
Right.
God damn it. And I was like one quad a day kind of dude, and would walk over to it and like, all right, bend a prop out, kick it over, not even unplug the battery or hit stop on the GoPro and just take back off. Like, okay, man, you want more? Let's do this. Come on. It was a quad that would fight back with like the growing pains and learning how to fly. And still, when I go fly, I crash like an asshole because, you know, you want to push yourself. You want to have fun. And for me, having fun is like making it sketchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not like, I try to like, when I fly other people's quads, I fly it like real smooth, pretty.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, you're barely flying. I was like, it's not mine. I'm going to break it.
Yeah.
Have you seen the truck bed full of quads I had from like earlier?
But I find too the
bent motors and everything.
Some of my quads, well, my Bandolero being one that I built it when it was a prototype when Bill was thinking up the frame. Like, you know, I got
That's
one,
one
and
of my favorites.
And
I like the chuckability of that quad.
Yeah, definitely. That's dude. Like I've said it a million times. You know, the low seat, the slam stack, the slam build low CG is so where it's at. But it also for me, it's just like, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to build a 5-inch Kiss bando when Bill has stuff, because I have the Kiss rig and
Send it to me.
and maybe I will.
I need to sit down and like build a quad out of like the parts I want, not parts I have. That makes any sense? Because like all of my quads have been like pieced together from stuff I've acquired or like halfway repaired, or I have like a maybe broken box.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It'd be nice to have like a nice headache-free quad.
It's nice when you can get to a place where you've got a couple quads,
Yes.
and for me, like I said, like for me, the bando has just been so reliable, you know, and so durable, that, you know, when I get on that quad, it's kind of like all the brakes are off, you know what I mean, and I just jam and I just smile the whole fucking time I'm doing it, because I will push that
It's a fun
quad,
ride.
because it's like you lose the fear of breaking it, because, you know, like if I've broken it. I've broken two arms or one arm, I think, on mine, but like I said, I've had it since before it was released. And it's a 6-inch, so I got a little more arm there than others. And, you know, there's a little more leverage, and I'm running crazy motors. But I just throw the fucking thing around so carefree, and I push myself with it to do things I never have. And it just tends to work, you know, and it's amazing. And I just smile because you get so comfortable that you're just flowing and getting into what you're doing. And I think that's clutch.
Yeah.
What makes, like, what's special? Like, why is FPV special for you? Like, why would you consider FPV as special and became such a big part of your life?
I feel like I've never gotten away with being on a live stream and not talking about this, but relating it back to, like, I grew up skating. Like, I threw myself downstairs. So it's like I wanted to be a professional skater. Really fucking hard to do. Don't pursue that. Like, my body is fucked now.
Right.
And I was nowhere near close. It was like that fun personal battle thing of like pushing yourself to get better. You're not really like, yeah, you can go out and skate with people, but you're all playing your own game, you know? You're pushing each other. And the quad, like the FPV community, kind of had that similar feel to me of like a bunch of dudes going out, and, you know, you go out, it might be a little bit illegal, you get the footage, you show your friends, you make a video, it's cool. And it you know, doing like tricks and shit, or like trying to do shit that people haven't done, and like pushing the envelope and getting in on it on such an early stage, and watching the whole, like, not only industry but the community and the pilots, like the envelope of like what used to be badass, and just like seeing it progress from the kick flip to the tray flip to the fucking, like, now motherfuckers are doing like impossible front crooks down 16 set handrails. You know, it has that same like never get stale that I seek in my work life too. It's always different. You're always learning. There's always something new you can do with it. There's a lot of different dimensions to how you can fly, and things you can, like, you can fly the quad, or you can spin the world around it. Like, you can think about it different ways. And it's also like, it's like skating to me, because you get to express yourself. Like I said, I can't dance. You get to express yourself physically without having to like physically express yourself.
You can dance with your flight.
So, like, yeah, like if I watched a Gravy video and you didn't say it was Gravy, like, it looks like Gravy's style. Like, everybody like comes into their own style. Yeah. Just based on how you went out there and you tackled, you know, learning this or that, because you went out there by yourself. Yeah, you can watch videos, but you know, you don't have Bardwell Patrick Swayzing you like on the sticks, making you do it exactly the way he does. So like everybody finds their little tips and tricks. Like Gravy taught me how to do inverted yaw spins in a way that made way more sense than the way I was trying to do it. And like stuff like that. And everybody feeds off each other, and like watching videos, you get pumped up to go fly. It's kind of like watching skate videos. You want to go fucking break your shit. And that kept me addicted to it, because I couldn't physically skateboard anymore sensibly. I've had some reprisals, and thank God the board broke before I did.
Yeah, I mean, that's for me, especially working in the industry we do. It's like, if you break yourself, you're fucked. So, I mean, there's, you know,
you just wrecked your money making machine.
Yeah, for me, that's definitely been a more of a, I think when I was touring, especially when I was touring younger, I was riding skateboards on tour. You know what I mean? We didn't, you know, but you're younger, you don't think about it as much. But as you definitely,
I'll still pack a deck with me to like ride around a job site or something. Like if it's a festival, to get back and forth between stages before anybody gets there, you know. Just
It's
save
funny
some
because
time.
you were actually super stoked that I was like, dude, I'm buying a BMX bike again. And you were like, fuck yes, get one.
Yeah.
And it's like the total opposite of what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. Dude, because I was like when you said that, I was going through like these itches of like, I want to fucking skate again. I want to skate so bad because you get addicted to that, like catching it bolts and stomping it down, like that feeling of like I did that. Yeah, it took all day, and I'm like half bloody, and I'm missing skin on the right side of my body, and my hip kind of, pops when I walk now. But I did it. Did I film it? Probably not, but I fucking did it.
Computer
Were they
chair
looking?
skating.
Don't care. I did it. Yeah.
That's actually where
I've been practicing.
Computer chair skating, man.
That's what I do now mostly is computer chair skating because I can't afford to break myself.
Yeah. I had a video of that, of me doing computer chair skating. I had a load bar set up and was hitting a rail and like running and jumping. I don't know if you've seen that. It's at the beginning of one of my, I think it's at the beginning of one of the BQB zines. And it escalated. It escalated big time. But it's,
Oh, yeah. You murdered it, though.
Time.
You got a load bar on a computer chair? Is that what you said?
Yeah, well, I set the load bar up. It was in our old shop. And I set the load bar up on something to make like a rail. And then would like skate really fast to a computer chair I had about halfway between me and the load bar. And then I'd like turn and sit in it and try to keep my feet straight. And then I'm like going sideways with the skateboard and like doing like fucking crazy flip tricks into a grind without standing up. It was fun and it actually worked.
Sounds awesome.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's at the top of like Zine 5 or something.
So don't suck.
Yeah, it's just a general motto, dude. There's not a lot of explanation there. If you disagree with it, then fuck you.
You suck.
Yeah, you suck. You broke the thing. It's just it's just a general blanket term of like, just don't suck. Like don't suck as a person. Don't suck at what you do, and even if you're not good at it, just don't suck at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think if you're not good at something and you
try.
Yeah, and you
You're
whine
your
about
best.
it, then you're sucking at it.
I got it up right now. Here it is.
Oh yeah, the fucking chair skating. This is how it started. This is in chronological order of how this started, and you can see how my brain escalates. It gets way carried away.
Damn, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I went too far. You see?
Yeah,
that's what happens.
When you cross the apex, that's always the best face.
Yeah, with quads, you just
that's what brought the quads.
But with human bodies,
yeah, no go.
Yeah.
That's why.
Thank you for supporting my decision to get a BMX bike. By the way,
that's why I play Skate and Skater XL and Tony Hawk and shit like that because
those games are fun.
I can do all that shit and not break myself.
That's why I fly quads, man. I was like,
it's funny
used
how
to jump four wheelers, like, and it was like, okay, I can either break my arm and not work ever again, or fly quads into fucking buildings that are 900 feet tall and fall to the bottom and be fine.
Do whatever makes you happy as long as it doesn't hurt you or anyone around you.
Right.
Yeah. I know it's kind of like a hedonistic way to look at the world, but at the end of the day, you gotta, if you're not endangering anyone else, and even if it's something that people frown upon or say you're wasting your time doing it, fucking do it anyway. Because when you get to be, I just turned 32. I'm not that old. But I look at the people around me, and like the other day, somebody was like, "Man, how are you like so cool? How's your old lady cool with you, like doing all this stuff?" And I was like, "Well, I just never stopped. Like, it's not being immature.
She accepts you for who you are.
Yeah, it's just staying true to yourself and not falling into what people want you to be.
Right.
And I think that in itself is the definition of sucking. Is whenever you start doing stuff for other people,
compromising,
and that don't mean like, help others, obviously, but like when you stop doing stuff that makes you happy because others see it as a waste of time or something you shouldn't be doing, that is the definition of suck. And just don't do that.
That's the definition of don't suck.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't suck.
I mean, dude, I'll tell you what, like Wombat kind of like gave me the tools to have, like you were saying about, like, I taught you how to do inverted yaw spins. After that, you actually gave me my style now. Like the Wombat would sit every fucking night for like, what was it, like 3 weeks? We were flying like lift off almost every single night. Or no, we were flying Velocidrone. And you were like, nah, dude, you're too high. Like, you have to get closer to the ground, and you have to cut that tree closer. And
Mr. Miyagi, like, slap you with some chopsticks. Do I?
Yeah.
Brissette's good for that too. He'll be like, you should be doing. You should, next time you go out, next time you go out, try this. Keep lower to the ground. Stop.
Oh man, chase the fence.
Stop skateboard. Stop using the world as a giant skateboard bowl. He's like, he's like doing this where you just go to the park from one side to the other. Like, you know.
Bill and Wombat told me, I think the one thing that really stuck with me when I was like really trying to push and get better was get close to the fence. Bill said, fly a fence at a baseball, like a baseball park, something like that. Get as close as you can to the fence, chase the fence.
Yep.
And then he was like, and go fly with Wombat. And me and Wombat wound up flying. I was chasing the fence, and now I'm not like 1,000,000 or 399 feet in the air.
Man, I've watched some of your recent videos. You've gotten a lot better. It's fucking great. Your videos are fantastic. And I like the ones with fucking Harley in them.
Oh, fuck yeah. Thank you.
Those are great.
Hey, you guys help. Fucking thank you for that.
Nah, man. Thank you. It's a community, dude. It's a family.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to meet the FPV pilot that's like, I'm not going to tell you how to do that because that's my thing. Like, get the fuck out,
I don't tell people how to do the gravy flick.
Yeah, for sake of their quad. You don't want no part of this shit.
No, I've
convinced
Buddy,
some people
did it.
to do it. It'd be like, make sure, okay, turn your quad upside down on the ground right now and make sure that it can arm again before you go in the air, do a flip and disarm it, because sometimes the accelerometer wants to see a certain angle before it lets it go again. It doesn't know that you're in the air.
Yeah.
And I've just seen so many quads after I've talked somebody into doing a gravy flick, just like,
I mean, shit, I still do it too. I forget to go to 0 throttle and I can't arm, and I'm like, no, and I'm like flipping the fucking big switch. Yeah. It doesn't work.
I dropped the 10-inch when we were out at Pilgrim upside down trying to do an inverted yaw spin. Fucking man. It bounced. It was amazing. I didn't break it. It didn't break. It was pretty fucking yeah.
I like it when I crash and I can see the smoke. It makes it easier to find.
I was glad I didn't. I was expecting a bunch of broken, expensive props, but dude, I was amazed. I didn't actually break any props out there. It was pretty amazing. So you had mentioned to me personally, and maybe earlier in the show, like you don't really care for editing, yeah? Like that's not really your thing. Do you?
I did for a little bit, and then it just, I don't know. I might like it again.
Chris showed up.
Sorry, I interrupted your question, but
no, I was just like, so like, and were you into photography at all, or just are you really for you? FPV is just about flying, and whatever you happen to capture is kind of happy.
I just like to barge it, just have fun with it. Like even so much to the point where like I have to like discipline myself to like, no, dude, you should probably fucking tune that quad, and I have like this internal battle of like, but it's flying. And it's working, and I'm having fun with it. It's like, yeah, but it looks like shit. You should probably tune it. And so, you know, and that's where I differ from a lot of other FPV pilots. And I'm jealous of people's ability to be able to, you know, get far into it and like really make it fly well. And I try every now and then. I go through phases where I try and do that. I just can't. My attention span, the allure of like, but it works. It's not falling out of the air.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
We just hang out with me for a couple of days. We'll be all right. You'll be all right. Fucking do a couple of fucking sessions. So like we're getting a little short on time, or we're running late actually, and I know a couple of us are gonna leave. So I just want to capture. World's greatest drone pilots. How did you get in? First of all, like how did you end up, meeting Doug, and like where did that all come from? Where did that show come from? And Have you guys been doing it?
No.
Oh,
We've
damn
been
it.
talking about doing it again.
What's
well,
going
like
on
since
there?
the shutdown thing. So at first it was like, you know, like I've gone through some personal stuff, and DJ's also gone through some personal stuff, and
Of
like
course, yeah.
a lot of times, like the little extremities like that, whenever you get down, it's kind of hard to not only, you know, put on the mask that everything's fine, and to be creative, and to have drive is the big thing to do it, and like to edit it, and to and then once you do it, it's like that was nothing. It's like going, like getting a shot at the doctor. You're like, I want to get a fucking shot, and they do it, and you're like, oh, that was nothing. That was fine. Now I feel better. I
Right.
should probably do that more.
Right.
So that's kind of where that happened. But as far as how I met DJ, it was actually, I did an Instagram post a long time ago called the no hands party stance, where you just fly your quad by you and like raise your hands in the air for the entire frame. Your quad's just like going by you. This is before I had a GoPro or anything. I was just dicking off.
Right.
And he saw it and ran with it, and we kind of started talking through there. And then I went to Philly with the UFDA crew. We drove up there from Mississippi and hung out, and we just kind of headed off. We were like, wow, we're a lot alike. Cool. So we just kind of kicked it. And it's just like, I don't know. He's just like one of the homies that I've always known but didn't know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of how that friendship formed, much like with Gravy and a bunch of other people I've met in FPV. It's a like-minded community of kids that wanted to go to space camp but never did.
Absolutely. I wanted to go to
Here we
space. I
are.
wanted to go to
You know,
space camp.
The fucking
That probably
bastard
would've been real
scientist
cool.
of the century.
I also wanted to
Just,
be
you know,
a,
hanging
crazy.
I wanted to be
Yeah,
an Air
fucking space.
Force pilot, but I had bad vision.
Right?
It's crazy. Like there's so many old souls in this hobby that just like we've all like kind of become like a group. It's so cool.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
And
like,
that-
dude,
that's
me
honestly,
and you
like-
have talked so many times. Like, just even not about FPV shit. Like, we've had phone calls for like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Like me
It
sitting
runs
on the
deep.
toilet and then my feet hurt. It's you know.
Me sitting on the toilet with no toilet paper.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I still have those videos
Help me.
where you're just yelling. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
and
I'm
the
gonna
shower
die
was
here.
on too, and I was like sweating. Damn it. This is my life now. I'm gonna die here.
Did you put...
That's like half of our friendship.
Yeah, me naked on a toilet, sweating, needing toilet
Pretty much.
paper.
Oh, that's some gravy.
Accurate description.
Or like holding the beer, like, oh, when I got on UFDA crew and you like open the beer and you're like, cheers, bitch, and you punch the wall and chugged it.
Let me pull up. So,
Oh, good times.
Tyler, you got a video for us?
Yeah.
Ooh. No. Hold on.
While we're-
I was
While we
I
were...
was
tell you
looking
what,
for this earlier.
Do this. Type in FPV. No. I got an idea. Type in first FPV pack into YouTube, right? And then sort the results by view count and click the bottom less view count
Is
video
it on
you got.
is it on your page?
No, I'm just talking to anybody. It's just like I want to see some of that raw, like first beginnings, you know, some like, you know, memory lane. Let's go down memory lane. Let's watch somebody's like early never flew before.
I got you. How do we sort
that a dumb idea?
filter by...
No, it's a great idea.
wanted
But
to
on that note, hey fellas, I got school in the morning, like for real.
Ah.
I got
And I teach.
It's been real, man. Thanks for having
I
me.
hope those motherfuckers bring you an apple.
I mean, I buy them motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like my own damn apple. Dang.
I keep them hoes stocked. Shit.
Shine it up or something. Shit.
All right, man. Y'all have a
Egg
wonderful night, man. Thanks for everybody
I
for
know,
hanging
man.
out. I'll see y'all
Anytime,
next time.
dude.
Peace.
Much love,
Take it
bro.
easy.
Have a good night. All right, so I got it. Let's see, first FPV pack. I got it on view count, but I don't know how to reverse it.
Go to the
I'm
bottom.
trying to... I don't want to go
Oh,
through
it's a long way
It's a
down,
long
dude.
way
Dude,
down,
I'm
bro.
only
bottom
seeing
of the first page.
I'm only seeing
You're the bottom
2
of the
years.
first page. It keeps going. Oh, here we go.
The first video I'm seeing is beefing it.
All right, here we go. So we got
Oh,
somebody. we got somebody.
you're on my page.
We got somebody.
We can watch my first video. That's
Well,
fine.
yeah, we can do that. Let's do that next. So I got one. This is the it has one view from
Yeah, man.
from
What's his
August 9th of 2020, and it is Sniper
Okay.
FPV, and he's got 3 subscribers. I'm gonna drop his
Yeah,
YouTube
Hell yeah.
in the chat.
This is what it's about, man. This kid could have gotten out of FPV like next week, but now he's got, you know.
All right, here. Let's check
People
him
watch-
out.
We doing a sub bomb?
Apparently.
Yeah, sniper.
All right, here we go.
FPV.
Is it full screen? Yay, let's go.
And notifications. Stock tune.
Ooh, trippy.
He's having fun with it. Yeah. Yes, dude.
Hell yes.
Did you hear him yell hoorah? See, this is what FPV is about. This kid, like, that's fun. It may not be visually pleasing given standards or whatever, but it doesn't fucking matter. This kid's having fun. Listen to those motors.
Everybody should
DVR
comment
audio.
on it too. Everybody should comment. Goon Squad says fuck yes.
I remember doing my first flip and having my friend next to me like cheer me on. He didn't fly or anything. He just like worked with me, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, man. This is before like the motor still spun at 0 throttle, so you had to like, you know, catch it. Dude, this is a good first pack stock tune. Maybe it came from like a simulator or something.
Could be the
Hell
first
yeah,
pack
dude.
on this quad. I don't know. I just
Maybe.
typed in first pack.
Yeah, no.
See.
Either way.
But he's
He's
got
just
3
having fun.
subs. Well, he's gonna have some
No,
more.
he's got, he's got 5
He's
down.
gonna have more in a minute. Yeah, I gotta. I'll hit him.
Yep.
That is a cop car.
Is that a Brando?
Hell yeah.
It's a Brando. It should be ripping.
It is,
It's got
dude.
windows.
Yeah, it is.
This dude's got the right spirit, man. It looks like he's got. Maybe he was working there with his homies. It looks like he got some homies hanging out with him by the truck. That's another one of my favorite things is like showing my friends, like, hey, you may think it's stupid, but listen to this thing. It's terrifying. It's like, whack! That's what that punch out was. That punch out was the hey man, look at this, and him
Yeah,
being
Yep.
like,
exactly.
yeah.
It's the hold
Think
my
it's a
beer and
toy?
watch this.
Yeah, dude. See, I love watching this kind of stuff. I know a lot of people hate VR or whatever, but I've reversed view count on a lot of people's stuff. Man, they got a lot of shingles to put on that thing. I do not want to be on the business end of that. It looks like a lot
Right.
of sunlight.
Yeah, and there are literally no shingles on that roof.
They got the backer down. I've done roofing twice.
Ooh, I'm glad it was
Yeah,
only 2
fair.
times.
Yeah, man. That is a cop car. Hell yeah.
I feel like I've heard this name before.
Oh yeah, it definitely sounds familiar. It's like, don't fuck up, dude. Don't fuck up this landing. Your friends are watching. You got them
You
interested.
can land
Yo.
on the cop car.
Cop there.
Maybe it's.
Yo,
Is he
he's
a
gonna.
cop?
Is he
He's the
really
cop.
gonna? Oh, that's
Oh,
He's the cop.
no
Holy
way.
landed
shit.
on
See,
the cop
that's
car.
gold. That's gold.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh my
We
God.
got one on our
That's
side, boys.
hilarious. I'm gonna sub
Dude.
him. Fuck it. Let's see. All right.
Oh, he got my sub already.
Yeah, dude. See,
I'm gonna drop him a comment here. Nice rip.
that's what's up. We just saw a dude land a fucking quad on a cop car. That is what's up. Sniper, I'm gonna go back to that video and drop a comment too. Everybody go subscribe to Sniper. And if he doesn't like us, then
Yeah, whatever.
that'll make me feel weird. I'm a fan of Sniper. Oh, he's got a castle video with only 9 views. See, people be out there doing some crazy shit. They just don't, push their channel, or they're just having fun with it. That's been my whole thing, is like, just fucking have fun. And yeah, still fly. I just don't edit. And sadly, if you don't edit, nobody thinks you fly. I think I got the right sniper.
Well, I don't fly, but I've been.
What was the name of that video?
I dropped it. I dropped the link in the.
Quick rip.
It should be in YouTube.
Oh,
YouTube chat.
that's way easier. Yeah.
Or I can drop it in the other chat.
I'm
I think,
over here like trying to reverse engineer this.
there. I dropped it in Zoom chat.
Word.
Sweet.
Hey boys,
He's got 12
I'm gonna have to
subs.
bounce. I got some stuff going
Get
on.
the-
I gotta bounce.
All right, love you, dude.
Oh man.
All right, love you, boys.
Yeah. Love
a good
you, man.
night.
Take it easy.
So let's rip a couple
Bye.
of videos and call this shit. Bye. As we have ran late. All right, so we got a video here from B-Red. Let's check him out. Oh, here you go, Vice. There's your Daft Punk.
Yeah, you
I love
get that
some
car
Daft
half
Punk.
off.
There's our
What is
copyright
that?
strike for the night.
Is that an MX?
Miata car.
Is that
Miata car with a
MX5? Yeah, it's the
We
Miata.
can only afford half the car here.
That's fucking sick, though. I was into building Hondas briefly.
Shout out to your channel. No. Yeah, come on, shout out.
Hell yeah, dude. That was smooth. Chasing shit is fun. Who was that?
B-Red FPV.
B-Red FPV. Good job, dude.
He's goon. Goony. Let's see here. Big oily guy up next.
I wanna meet this big oily man. It's the maiden? Fuck yeah.
Dude, Big Oily's, yeah. Yay, Big Oily. Here we go.
Is that the trooper? Or is that Priest?
Thanks.
It's maiden.
Always.
I remember this from Guitar Hero.
Fuck yeah, dude. I need more bandas.
Yeah, same.
Take my life, but I'll take yours too. You fire musket, but I'll run
Yeah,
it
Mississippi's
through.
just,
So when you're waiting for the
even if it's
next
broken, they're
attack,
gonna use it. So like nothing ever really becomes abandoned. Put a coat of paint on it and be open for business. Like this building would be like, yeah, let's throw a tarp over it. They smell root beer.
every smoke of a horse's breath. And the virgin is the certain death.
Fuck yeah, dude. Cool thing about FPV is whenever people are like being calm, cool, collected, checking to make sure they didn't smash that gap, you know?
Right.
Like flipping back and forth, knowing that concrete is there, and you're like, you know, millimeters away on your left thumb from like some shit and making it over. But you gotta calmly check. You can't just like whip around to look at it. You gotta let it happen. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, that red iron didn't fuck around either. This is a big oily guy.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, I should have put FPV after that. spot. That'll buff out, dude. That shit'll buff out.
Whoa!
In that
Stop.
proper deck.
Big Oily is, I think, is kindred spirit in the fact that he does a lot of one-pack rips in the bandos, and like I don't think he likes to edit. I don't want to speak for him. I don't know if he likes to edit. Just, I haven't seen a lot. He does a lot of the videos he posts are one-pack rips, and
a lot of the dudes I've played with locally are like that too. They're just like, here's my DVR and a song. I wish I could let myself do that.
Let me drop this link to the Discord in chat. Actually, Wombat, you're not in our Discord. You need to join. You need to join our Discord.
Oop.
I'm putting it in
Big
Zoom chat. Let's see. We've watched that. It's in the middle of the playlist. What is this? This is Swift Duck coming up next. Forest Moon of Endor.
Whoa, that sounds cool. No, I'm on the chat. I'm there.
You're in the Discord?
I've been in it. Yeah, man, I've been there.
Big Oily's in there. You need to. That's if you want to fucking. Big Oily's in there.
Yeah, dude.
About to do some.
He's pretty active every day too.
Probably nothing too crazy. So.
That's a see that those kinds of spots for me, like super technical wooded spots. If you can't tell from my videos,
Right
like that
this,
shit is fun.
This wooden seat here.
All of those like accidental like smooth guy moments you can get just upside down and backwards and not hitting something.
Right.
Come out with
That's my shit.
dog or something like that.
Responsible.
But yeah, a bunch of trees, some paths. Not too bad. It's pretty quiet. I like it. So yeah, let's do some ripping.
Let's
enjoy.
Do some ripping.
The Duck's gear.
Yeah, man. I'm glad he did the slow pan without vaping on it first. You know all those guys that like they get the smoke effect. You know they were like
yeah, blasting it. I think
you're like, dude, that's.
I think I might have seen somebody's motor commercial had.
Yeah, it's, you know that's you didn't go buy a ground fogger. You fucking vaped. Just calling it. It looks good though. Yes, sir. I need to try success.
I'm pretty much all success.
I went to 5S and I fucking love it. Let's get some money on anything. I want to switch again.
That's when you build a quad from the ground up.
Yeah. That quad is locked, dude. I've never seen any of my videos like that locked. You think newer pilots get bogged down in FPV trying to like plan out a line all the way instead of just letting it go and accidentally doing stuff the whole pack? Do you think that's a thing that people do? Like, because this guy's clearly just like letting it go and flying the whole spot.
Right.
But I feel like watching some newer pilots' videos, it seems like they had a certain thing in mind, which isn't a bad way to go about it, but just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that, you know, well, if you fly a lot of tree spots, you're probably going to kind of flow into a tree spot flow. You know what I mean? Ultimately.
Yeah.
It's like for me, like, you know, flying the Bando, the one that we always go to here, like the first couple times, it's like, it takes you a little while because you're like, just got to feel it out and, you know, get a flow for it. I'm pretty sure that spot in the Big Oily video, he flies there pretty regularly, I believe, or I've seen a couple videos, I think, with that drop in. And it's like, you know, it's awesome. Like, you know, it takes time, man. But like this last time I went out to the Bando, I was really starting to feel it. You know what I mean? I was really getting my flow, and it does.
Yeah.
It comes. I think it comes with practice and in those environments. You know.
Yeah, I'll set it out at a spot like this with like something like a couple of things that I want to try, and I wait until like you know, the hole is there for me to do it. Like I don't actively seek it. Just go for it. And you can tell, like I can tell in my videos the accidents from the on purposes, and this guy's doing a phenomenal job of hiding all of that. Like I got in the habit of a long time, and DJ was guilty of this for a while too, is the confidence rolls is what we called them. It's like you come out of something sketchy, so you just like do a quick roll. It's like, yeah, and a kick flip, and you keep going.
Right.
But this dude is, yeah, it's a great video.
I also find myself, like, if I fly the same spot a lot, I've got to break my routines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's
Start
a trap.
Turning right.
That's a trap. Yeah, like, make sure you turn right, not always left. And I mean, some places tend to lend themselves to going a certain direction, but, you know, you have to just kind of try to break out of your routine if you go to the same place more than once or regularly.
This is the kind of flow that comes from like going out and flying by yourself. Going out and flying with friends is great.
Yeah.
Unless you got friends like me and I'm like, all my shit's broken. I'm like, dude, you should try it. Come on, that culvert's like a quad will fit through it. You know, and then the day is over because you're all trying to fly through one culvert, which is a different brand of fun.
Right.
But, you know, going out and flying by yourself is how that comes in.
Right. Where we at? Oh. Let's see. Next.
That was Swift Duck?
That was Swift Duck, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Swift Duck.
You got another West Side video on this playlist? The fuck is this West Side guy? Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
God damn it.
I don't like it.
The other one might have
I don't
been
like
an
it.
old one.
He sounds affiliated.
Oh, go back. There we go.
And this is like a whole other brand of like not human. The West Sides of the universe.
Oh, there's multiple because I added one, and then Gravy added one, and then Artie added one.
Oh, all West Side videos?
Killer song choice, killer fucking color correction.
Then there's
killer flight.
Bone.
Yeah,
and then there's
fuck that
whatever
West Side guy. We're gonna play Bone.
Man, if anybody in chat doesn't watch West Side FPV,
oh shit, Hot Dog FPV in the fucking chat. What up?
Holy fuck, dude. What up, Ben? Fucking love you, dog. Remember that time we meat slapped at IO? Fucking magic. And try again. What up, dog? If you guys haven't checked out Try Again, he's got some good shit too. Fucking Westside hitting you with those fills, man. Atmosphere. He built atmosphere.
Risco says we got to play some East Side.
You ever feel like your editing isn't good enough? Don't watch West Side FPV.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, it's good. I get inspired both from watching Chris's work, man. And he's been really putting a lot. He's put in so much work, man. You just can't, you know, it is what it is.
That's I was talking to him the other night, and we were talking about how, like, he asked me if I still fly. I was like, yeah, I just don't edit anymore. He's like, dude, editing's like my video game. And I was like, video.
He does. He just cracks the fuck out. What up, Double A in the chat? What's good, bro?
Double A, man. I got these late comers.
I know. We got the fucking squad rolling in. What's good, y'all?
Gang. I'd like to watch some Bone videos too.
I love.
Those some of my favorites. He's one of those that like. He's a good hybrid of like that looked like a lot of fucking fun, and it's also a little bit white knuckle, but fucking incredible.
I mean,
I've always liked that about his style.
Fucking Chris and these guys have awesome places to fly, and that doesn't hurt their situation in any fucking shape, you know, any stretch of the means. Not for nothing. If I had dope shit to fly around all day, it would probably be a hell of a lot better.
Right.
And probably a lot poorer.
What you got? Yeah, I've grown to love flying tree spots because guess what? Mississippi has a lot of tree spots. I live in Forest County. think I gotta pee. This gallon of water is starting to get the juices flowing.
Get there.
I will be right back.
All right, let's see here. Wombats in the ladies' room. Print Lab in the fucking house. What's good? Print Lab FPV. Try again in the house. What's good, Dan? I played that mask video last week, actually. David's mask video. That was fucking hilarious. Big shout out to fucking Hot Dog FPV in the motherfucking chat. What is good? Well, we'll wait. We're gonna wait for Tyler. Should we watch some? I'm not watching. Wait a minute. How many West Side videos we got? Here we go.
Oh, I took it off because you said you didn't want to.
I'll grab something out of the Discord. Let's see.
But yeah, I just looked. I'm like, I don't remember adding that many. And I look, and it says who adds the different videos. And it was Gravy and Artie. I'm like, oh, so we each added one West Side video.
Apparently, there's West Side fanboys up in here. Next up, we've got Try Again.
Rolling like a motherfucker high as a kite, like a hooker in church. I'm swing like a bitch, mid like a wick, sharp as a tick. Don't slip on the drip, 10K on the kicks. Metro on my beat, go out from the east. So play if you want, get shot in the teeth. I cop new timepieces, a million at least. I cop them in threes, a million a piece. I'm jumping the list for the car that you wish. Deep dish rim that I bought from the
He's already done the dive part.
I'm cooking the dish, I'm working my move, I'm twisting my wrist. I fathered the style, gave you all the way, but I didn't get nothing for Father's Day. But I was the one serving all the J's, I was the one cooking all the yay. I fathered the style, gave you all the way, but I didn't get nothing for Father's Day. But I was the one serving all the J's, I was the one cooking all the yay. Pick your face up, stop drooling. Haters on my page, not trolling. Till the goes out, no golden. I'm a red carpet shot that I'm posing. Nigga knowing damn well they can't hold me. Plug limit owe me, I paid him. Told him thank you, cause it was a favor. Thank God, cause he showed me favor. Trail God, now I got all flavors. With my vanguard, lifetime achievement. I ain't show the whole world I'm resilient. Hell, all these rappers my children. Brick factory, I breathe violence. Tell my young niggas it's no ceiling. God willing, run you up $1 billion. Folk feelings, run to the million. I fathered the style, gave you all the way, but I didn't get nothing for Father's Day. But I was the one serving all the J's, I was the one cooking all the yay. I fathered the style, gave you all the way, but I didn't get nothing for Father's Day. But I was the one serving all the J's, I was the one cooking all the yay.
Bicycle Man. Fuck yeah, Try Again. This kid was so hyped on these packs, man. And they were great. But he was like, dude, check my pack. Check my pack. For good reason, too. Everybody was hyped on him. They were fucking fire. He landed and had a smile on his face. I don't know
his family's been growing, right? So he was kind of on hiatus for a minute because his family's growing and shit. So it's good to see him fucking
man.
back
I
out there.
haven't talked to Try Again in a while. That was last year at IO.
Yeah,
Good
dope
peeps, man.
Dope rippage. All right, you're back. So I'm gonna drop. Here, let me do this. We'll drop. Next up is Bone FPV.
Hell yeah. BQE.
You guys heard about BQE.io?
Yeah, my butthole's already puckered.
beautiful place to fly, man.
I know, man. Is that NorCal or Washington?
Washington, Oregon, right? He's up north. I thought he was north, right? I don't know where he is. I always forget where he is.
Fucking New Zealand. Someplace that doesn't look like America, but
Alaska. Where the fuck?
Yeah.
He's definitely northwest.
Man, all I would be doing flying over that water was trying to get back to land. Maybe he's like doing spins and stuff.
I'd have a fucking couple bottles.
Yeah, I'd be tripping over my beer.
I have a
cans.
couple fucking bottles strapped to the bottom of my quad in case I dropped it in the drink.
Right.
Oregon, yeah, I thought it was Oregon.
That's right.
For a minute, I thought he was on the East Coast. I don't know what I was thinking.
I heard you guys got trails there. Gotta watch out for the dysentery.
Yeah.
But, man, ballsy. I don't even know where you're standing, but I feel like it's not very close to that. Fuck yeah, dude.
Would you mind if I killed you? Would you mind if
Killer location. They say it's really hard to fly that close to water because you start losing your depth perception.
I can see
a
that.
lot of dudes think they were far enough off it and just bloop.
Man, it would suck.
Yeah, I've never tried. I'm a wuss. I like my things. I break them, but I want to get them back.
I was gonna say a couple of fucking Aquafina bottles strapped to the bottom of that bitch.
I used to take beer cans and zip tie them to the arms of the quad and just like try to see how far I could slide it. Like come in super hot and disarm it, like across the parking lot. That's one of those like flying with friends versus flying by yourself.
Right. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Just got all the beautiful features right there in Oregon.
Go down out
You guys
there,
got
you're in a
deserts,
world
too?
of hurt. Man, I want to go. This is why I want to get out of New York, dude.
Yeah.
This is really why I want to get the fuck out of New York. It's like
Find some shit like that upstate, huh?
yeah, but I don't own a car, so it makes it really.
Yeah.
I don't even have a license, so there's that.
There's always crime.
What's a license?
Yeah.
Yeah, New Yorkers don't have licenses.
Double A put it good. Yeah, you can cut grass.
Barely have
but not water.
IDs.
He is cooking. Is that a 5-inch quad?
I'm guessing it's a little bigger.
Yeah, that
That's what she
that is
said.
just like jogging. All facts is these videos make me want to live. Good. That's the point, man. Go live. Nobody's telling you you can't. Man, I would just wear like a hooded. All right, Bone. The 7-inch. Yeah. It looks fucking.
Yeah, I thought it was a 7. I can see props in the
Get a hooded.
props in the feed.
Right. Bone, get a hooded robe and just stand like with your back to one of these shots. And just like let there be like a hooded figure in it.
Like
It'd
a
be like
monk.
the best disguise ever. Just like this weird, yeah, just like this weird like figure that's out there ripping.
As hot as it's been, he'd probably fucking die of a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Fuck. The
With Death Valley was like 136 or something.
yeah, dude. There's been some fucking crazy heat records getting set. NYC was actually super comfy today. Did you go
Dude,
out today, Vince?
Mississippi-
Last 2 or 3 days have been like such a such a change of heat. It's been so nice.
Yeah.
I have like a weather app, and I got the saddest thing this morning, and it's like, don't get used to this cool weather. Next week's gonna be hot. I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, let me enjoy this day. It's like, how about you send me that like tomorrow morning? Like, today you're fucked.
Man,
Let's
missing
check.
festival season, I haven't had to use any gold bond all year.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, this is a comfortable summer, and I'm like, I've been
I
inside
haven't used
for a lot
any
of it.
gold bond. I haven't gone
Never
through
put medicated gold bond on your butt.
4 fucking pairs of socks and fucking underwear at a gig.
Dude, sock, underwear, wet your face, and get back to work.
Bruh.
Like,
Fucking baby
that's
wipes
like the
are your
3 things.
friend,
Oh,
dude. Baby motherfucking wipes.
Yeah, man. If we're ever on a gig together, dude, I got you. I keep you in my belly. Like, I
You
keep
got
all the
to.
things to make you a human again. Like, I call it my human suit. kit.
Fucking little bottle of whiskey in there just in case.
Yeah, that clearly stole from the airplane or catering.
Let's see where let's see what's going on here. So this is Kayo flying in the hood, not too far from where we live. Looks like DVR.
I don't mind DVR. It's cyberpunk as fuck.
He's flying in Ridgewood where we live.
Oh, hell yeah. Just having fun, dude. He's out there tearing ass.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, somebody could view this and be like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. Well, do you think skateboarders are supposed to fucking hit handrails in public places either?
I mean, he does this at like 2 in the morning or so. Like,
right.
Aside from possibly annoying people, I mean, you're not really
Yeah, he's doing it at the safest time to do it.
I don't know what quad this is. I'm
running 6S, 5S.
6. It might be his Talon he just built.
Probably built it that night, went outside and was like, yeah, let's see what it'd do.
He was trying this new camera out. That's what it's about. What camera is this?
That does look good.
I think he was trying. What camera is this? He's not in the shot, is he? It might be a toothless. I don't know.
Man, that crosshair would drive me mad, though. I've forgotten to turn those off before, and it's like all I can see looking at gaps like miles away. I'm like, I can't see the gap because the crosshair. Black Ops Kill Streak vibes, said try again. Oh yeah. VTOL incoming.
Have you been cracking out a Warzone?
No, I can't. Like, I can't download it. It's too much.
Oh man.
That's why I've been playing Call of Duty Mobile on
Like
PC.
200 gigs.
It is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Dude. That's like my data cap. Well, my phone times 1,000,000. It does look like the Toothless too. That's what I was thinking. Boom.
Did he say? He dropped it in the main chat, and I was like, "Move your
It kinda
fucking
has
video."
The Toothless 2 does kind of, if you're above streetlights, it kind of looks like the sun's rising.
Move your fucking video where it goes.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. Nice ripping,
Oh, it's
dude,
a
in the
micro
middle of the
retell.
night. Micro retell. Said Orca
Hell yeah.
DVR, micro retell, Pro 32, and a bunch of caps.
A bunch of caps.
And a bunch of caps. Poster vids here. Let's see who we got. We're gonna rock a couple more. Oh, is this time stamped? Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Or did I already watch it? Next up is Will Brown.
Hell yeah.
A lot of the guys are doing a good job, except Bone didn't. But 2 minutes, 51 seconds. Just put it out there. We came with this running joke about everybody's videos being too damn long.
But they loved all of it.
I did love all of Bone's video. I ain't gonna lie.
I did too. Some of them just suck you in. And you're like, shit, I watched that. Oh, drop it. The lighting guy, I mean, my fingers still twitch when I hear build up. come back for the tiny hole in the gazebo? We all saw it. Thought about it.
Are you thinking about it?
Yep, he's thinking about it. This is it. Yes, sir. Woo! Oh, oh.
A little Matty on the crossbar.
Crazy.
Little fake out, man. We thought we had it figured out. I thought he was going to come out of it upside down and backwards. Sometimes that works a little bit better. Like it looks way harder, but you don't flinch because you can't see it until you're out of it. And it's just like a
power loop in the hole. Oh.
Hell yeah, way to not flinch. That was close. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, he did it! Fuck yeah. He did the exact thing I was saying. That's what's up, dude. That felt good, I know it did. That's the equivalent of catching it bolts in the air and just putting it down. Woo! Twice?
Nice.
Twice. Dude. Fuck yeah, man.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Sick ripping. Oh, let's see here.
I'm so glad he did the thing. Sometimes a gap like that, like you gotta kind of pop up already. It'd be awkward to not just go ahead and.
All right, we have to look at this. I'm totally intrigued by his title, although I don't know if I'm gonna play it all. But this one's called "Ripping the Hole." And this is Rat.
Has anybody done a rip the cut? It's the same song.
Oh, it might be. Hold on. It might have been.
Wait, maybe you got the wrong. You got the wrong.
Stop.
Thumbs up.
It's because I left Will's video in the background. That was cool. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
That's a cool spot.
So he flies super high altitude. Like they're way up high where they're flying.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, this is a fucking. I wanna.
You can tell the wind is kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. They're pretty.
Wind doesn't piss me off until I'm trying to track like a big dive or power loop. I think you're lined up like this. You know you didn't roll.
Well, we were talking about
just like come off.
We were talking about
50 feet off.
tuning challenges in high altitude because it's a lot more challenging to. You have less air pressure, so it's harder to get a good tune on a quad out there.
Is that another gap? Fuck yeah.
So I just got.
Whoops.
It looks so thin. I feel like you could go fast enough and make a new gap. Yeah, Mississippi's relatively flat. It's hilly, but we don't get that big like tectonic plate squish ridge thing they get going on there.
Like out of nowhere, there's just this giant ridge.
Yeah, and it's fucking weird, man. Says you lose your video behind that rock. I bet you fucking do. That's a lot of rock. I can't tell in the HD. You just fucking.
What's your altitude again out there, dude?
Calm, cool, collected.
It's like they're above sea level is pretty high, I believe.
Always check that when I travel, just out of curiosity.
listen to his motors though. Like, it's like just like struggling to move air.
Less air to move.
Yeah.
You know, motherfuckers on mountain bikes like ride down that shit. You ever seen that Red Bull stuff?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
sir. What the fuck?
Red Bull, you'll do anything on Red Bull.
Yeah, when I take Red Bull, I tend to
wings.
do that.
Yeah. Maybe I need to quit drinking Monster.
I jump out of planes.
I need to quit unleashing the beast. Oh, mix them together, you could become a beast with wings.
A beast with wings.
A dragon.
Unleash
Should be a mixed drink that kids die from later. Get that dragon dog. That's just a fucking hole in some rock, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, what formed that hole?
Wile E. Coyote.
Was that Acme?
Yeah.
Yep, Acme.
That was a whoopsie daisy.
Did we play that? Yeah, we played that last week. All right. Let's check into the things. Probably got time for a couple more, and I think we're gonna call it. Time is about that time.
Been on for a minute.
Yeah.
It was the production talk, dude. You get two production guys in a room, it's over with. Especially now that we haven't worked in a while.
Yeah, no
Over.
shit. Sometime we should just do
We had a quick 30-minute discussion on coronavirus.
Oh, he's landing on the hood too.
Sick Jeep.
But he's not a cop.
Yeah, you know, maybe that should be a thing though. We should just do like a war stories night where we just fucking like on an off night, just fucking. I mean, you know, maybe on a Tuesday
It'll turn
night.
into like world record stream last two roadies talking about job.
Oh, dude, it'd be actually
4
hilarious.
days later,
How many
we're like-
roadies can we invite onto a stream and have
Oh
a
my
conversation, dude? It would like, be fucking. I know a lot.
Oh man,
It'd be a whole nother fucking segment.
Who's got the best?
And you know
Enrique
what? We
Iglesias
let
story?
Gravy out. Enrique Iglesias. Did you see my picture of fucking passes the other day? I was digging through my boxes.
Yeah, I
to try-
checked them out. That's a lot.
Fucking, that's a bunch. Enrique Iglesias is his one tour. Although
always give mine to
it
my
was
friends.
it was my first tour, so that's the reason why I talk about it a lot more
Yeah.
often. That's all that is. This is like.
I
that.
just like saying Enrique Iglesias. Like this is
does sound good
before
when you
I
say
even
it.
met you. I'd like saying that name.
You know,
name.
it's kind of like your first bone. You know,
I'm gonna
like,
name my
you're
kid
never gonna
Enrique
You're never gonna
Iglesias.
forget the chick that you lost your virginity to, even though you might want to. Right?
Let's
Like-
watch the first ever Wombat video.
Yeah,
The
all
day
right.
one.
Let's see. here.
I think Gravy Ed pulled it up, and I think it's called Beef in It. I
Fucking
don't
Gravy
even-
left and we didn't do a grumble. I've been on him to do
Oh, you
grumbles.
guys have been doing grumbles?
Yeah, we started
Yeah.
started last week and he left before we could do a grumble. This
Oh,
week.
they're so great. Is he still doing the Grumbles podcast?
No, he let the website go. I was pushing him to do it, but he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, all right, we're gonna do it on the show then. But then we let him go today without the grumble. All right, where the fuck are you? There we go. All right, actually,
He's not getting paid then.
Yeah.
We're gonna withhold his check
That's
for
it.
this week.
You're
sir.
fucking done, pal. All right, the first ever video. How?
Yeah, man.
Let me try to
I think
find
it's called
this.
Beef in It. Oh, you don't have to
Oh,
scroll
here.
far. I don't post much.
Okay. Oh, it's only a minute long. Here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, I was editing on my phone.
Damn, my cat turned his back to the video.
Yeah, dude. It's bad.
I did not work with Guar, unfortunately. I loved Guar.
Well, might as well not have been a sound engineer then.
Skinny Puppy, dude. Like all the crazy guys that used all
About
like,
mustard
Skinny
plug.
Puppy was one of my favorites.
I showed
too.
up to a Guar show just in time to get sprayed with fake blood. Like we showed up late because we were dicking off.
Seen Guar.
You get fake
Yeah,
AIDS as
I
well.
Who are the other? Oh, I did some shit with Slipknot along the way, but fucking not Guar.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I like. Slipknot.
Also,
I haven't done much metal. I've always wanted to.
dude, I got pretty wrapped. Like, I mean, pop stars pay the best. I mean, let's be real. Like, you know.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah. Metal was big for a while though. It got like way more mainstream than it is now.
I mean, I mean, dare I say, like bands like Metallica or somebody that larger, obviously, but even then, man, I mean, some bands that are pretty huge don't have budget for touring. It's pretty surprising at times, to be honest. Is what it is.
Yeah, like some of the biggest names I've done, it showed up with one truck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fucking wild.
But that's probably because they had a production manager who knew what he's fucking doing.
Yeah.
I've also shown
Bone FPV seen Guar 14 times.
Holy shit.
Fuck yeah, Bone.
My first concert was
Guar FPV.
Suicidal Tendencies and Exodus and Pantera.
Mine was Disciple, the world's loudest Christian band.
That's funny.
I was like 7, and I couldn't eat cereal the next morning.
My
'cause I was,
parents
like,
wouldn't let me
headbanging
go.
So hard. Yeah.
So the fucked up thing was my father was a pothead, and my parents wouldn't let me go see concerts until I was like 16 or so because they were of the things that people do at concerts. So
They knew firsthand what
You might
goes on.
see a
fucking
boob.
assholes. And like I was trying to see
Spoiler
Rush. I remember I
alert,
was trying to
all of our
see
dads
Rush.
were
I wanted to go see Rush, and they wouldn't let me go see Rush. And then I ended up going to see Suicidal.
They're gonna do drugs
and then I
like
saw
Rush at
and then I
Rush.
saw Rush afterwards. But anyways, so this is the first ever birthday boy video. Wombat FPV.
I haven't watched
And
this
it's the
since I
wrong
posted it,
video.
probably.
God damn it! Here.
This is my homie.
Or was it Wombat FPV and not Hamster FPV? Or Mongoose FPV? Is the Wombat just the superior animal? Oh, I think you're muted. That's awesome. That was
Dude,
so
you gotta work
awesome.
with what you got, man.
That was so awesome.
You gotta work with
no,
what you
stop
got.
it.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
That's hilarious. Yeah, one of these days, I actually have so much old footage I never even published because, I mean, I always felt like I wasn't good enough to post it when I first started.
I don't publish stuff where I'm like flying in the middle of the street or because I would never do that.
Right. When I first started, I was like,
Why was
man, I
that
wish I could dig
video
up that passion again. It's like,
playing?
I'm gonna post anything. I don't care if it sucks or not. So like, here's all of my fucking ups.
There was a fucking video playing
Yeah.
somewhere. I don't even know where the fuck it was, and it was not.
Shut it
where
all
was-
down.
but
Just shut it all
we're-
down.
All right, hold on. Here we go. All right, so this is Risco. The end of his video at the beginning of his video.
Oh, I lost my. Oh man, I gotta find my GoPro. Fuck.
Oh shit, that's tragic. That's fucking tragic. You gotta think back to where you bumped something to try to go back. Damn, that thing is hauling dick. Camera angle is this. Gotta be like. There's some drum and bass.
Drum and bass?
Queuing up, yeah.
Nice.
4 rigs at 20 intensity. Master fader down.
175 BPM life, baby.
Yeah, just go over and crank that global time. And everybody in the crowd's about to be blind for the next 10 seconds. The thing I like about drum and bass, it's like, from a lighting standpoint, it's like you can program a show for a house DJ that if a drum and bass DJ shows up, you just take your global time and go, what?
Yeah.
The drops are very similar, even though the music's completely different.
It wasn't the case back in the early days. Like the shit had like the breakdown spacing would be like fucking 13 bars. It wouldn't make any sense. It would be like they would add a bar and randomly. You're like, what is that? You're trying to like beat match that stuff as a DJ. You're like losing your mind.
Yeah, dude. I've ran some light for some DJs that do that kind of like they'll build up huge, and I'm like I call them like do or die faders. I got 2 like trash faders that where if I really don't know where the song's going, I got something that'll just like sequentially take it up to like a build and then to all white at the top.
Right.
And then once I get there, I can either like go into something smooth, like heady and like smooth dark colors, or just start raging on another fader with an override before I can like get control of kind of what's going on in the song. Hell yeah. But yeah, some DJs, it's like that build up happens. You don't know if they're about to rage or like chill out for another.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
That was dope, dude. That's a killer spot.
Yeah, I miss DJing, man.
I don't miss getting asked if I'm the DJ. They'll see me at front of house just like getting down.
Bro,
like,
yeah, when I was doing sound, are you the DJ? No, I'm mixing
No,
him. He's fucking
he's
that
over
guy
there.
over there.
Yeah.
Fucking
stage.
Can you put a request in? No. Do you see what I'm doing here? Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just type a request to him real quick.
We do. We could totally do the Roadie Grumble show one day.
Yep.
Just fucking all day long. Oh my god. Trying to mix it up here. This is broccoli.
So you got me on granny speed? Granny speed. Got you on warp. Look at this boosted board. I got shoes on this time.
There you go, Vince.
Those things are weird, man.
I love that thing. I have.
The only time I've ever ridden a boosted board is like a homemade one. No, I rode Jamie's that I
Gravy rode mine and almost ran over his kid.
rode was like
Oh, is this? Oh, okay. I was confused for a second.
See, these spots are fun too. Like, these are the kind of spots that I like to go out to and just jam the fucking sticks around.
Right.
And then go back and look at the footage and be like, oh, that move was kind of cool. And then backward, like, engineer it backward. Because you got so much run up to like try to hit your next thing, you can kind of think about it a little bit longer.
Right.
That's kind of all I got to work with down here in Mississippi. Killer parking lot. In Mississippi, that would be a church parking lot.
I DJ'd since about 94, and touring effectively killed my DJ career because I was too busy writing beats and doing shit for other people and producing the live show stuff and not doing my own shit. So,
it'll do it, dude. I used to play music all the time. Then I got on the other side of the microphone. That'll shut that down real fast.
Yeah.
Actually, I used to hate EDM until it started becoming more into lighting. Then I'm like, oh wow, this is made for me.
Oh yeah, dude.
This is made for lighting, guys.
Doing VJ work, like, cause I've done a lot of video jockey shit.
Yeah, I used to not get EDM at all until I started like critically listening to it from a lighting standpoint. It was like, oh shit, I could break my fucking foot off in this rig. Give me a par can and some haze. I'm gonna fuck your world up. Dude's cooking. Yeah, my DJing career was, give me that aux cord. You guys are gonna listen to all my shitty music while I sing it at the top of my lungs.
No.
I'm driving.
It is trying to play the video in the Discord. Why is it doing that? That's all right. Whatever. Yeah, I mean that was the thing. Like I did manage to DJ still quite a bit throughout the 90s, and when I started touring in the late 90s, I got to open up for Duran Duran actually as a drum and bass DJ, playing drum and bass, and that was insane. Because I mean, I'm playing like the Concord Pavilion, which is the old shed outside of Frisco, or yeah, is it Frisco? Yeah, Frisco, Concord Pavilion. Fucking, dude, fucking 20,000 people, like 14,000 under the pavilion, and then however many in the fucking,
yeah,
and then old fucking back then it was old fucking like
Wall of Sound.
I'm trying to remember what the array was. Eighth Day. There was the old Eighth Day stuff, which would have been like floodlight, flashlight systems back in the day. Just the bass, just fucking rolling through the pavilion, was just fucking unreal, man. And I mean, I miss it. I do miss it from time to time. Like it was just wild, to be on deck and rocking something that big, like full fucking,
right.
It's like, whoa.
I've had moments like laying in my hammock eating beef jerky under a stage where like when I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to be on a big stage in front of everybody. And then I like think about that while I'm like laying in my hammock, waiting to go over to like wherever I need to go. And just being like, yeah, I guess I kind of made it. It's close enough. Like I'm in the right area, just under the stage.
Dude, it would get creepy.
Subterranean.
Like, I had, especially with Duran, like the fans were insane. They knew everything about everybody, including me and everyone. They were the old bulletin board chat systems back in the day. They'd be talking about us, and like it was kind of almost creepy. Like, yeah. Dude. I don't know. Like,
fun fact about Duran Duran. Duran Duran is actually named after the villain in Barbarella that tries to kill Jane Fonda with the Orgasmatron machine towards the end in Barbarella.
Yes.
Dr. Duran Duran.
There's a lot of Barbarella references in Duran Duran music.
I fucking love that movie, dude. If you've never seen Barbarella, you've never had a full boner. I've seen that era Jane Fonda,
wire.
Man.
Barbed wire.
My old lady dressed up as Barbarella for Halloween once. It was bad news.
It's amazing. All right, how we feeling? We done? We're done. We done?
We're done.
Always done. Thank you guys for having me. This has been fun.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for coming.
Feels good to socialize again.
Yeah, amen. Dude, anytime, like we're, fucking anytime, you're more than welcome to come and hang.
Always.
Gravy started hanging out and he never left.
The lingerer, man.
Love fucking shout out to Gravy, and he owes us 2 grumbles next week because he missed one.
Under contract.
Under contract. 2 grumbles a week.
But happy birthday, dude, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, man.
And fucking, it's been a real pleasure to get you out. Actually,
right, dude.
I've asked you to come before, but I know that your internet sometimes has been spotty. So it's like,
man, I found a good spot in the floor and bought a cell booster, and like I can make it work like right over here in the floor. Throw my phone back there as for the hotspot. But yeah, man, thanks for having me, and thanks Jeff for sticking around and watching us grumble on about the production industry and COVID and everything else in between. But and everybody that submitted videos, great work, guys. Holy shit, I should probably edit. But I'm not going to.
I'm finishing one. I have one 95% done right now from the bando, and I just keep fucking sidetracking myself. But so hopefully next week I'll have a Mad Chiller video. I don't ever play my own videos here. I don't know that I've played video a few times of me flying
clips of our stuff,
but we never.
I don't have a shirt from any band I've ever been in. I'm not gonna wear it. Like it's weird. I get it.
Exactly. But I've been working on I'm trying to bone up my fucking DaVinci skills and get my editing really starting to move in a better place. And so I'm pretty happy how this one's coming. And like I said, I was talking about earlier, just new workflows help.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to decision making. You know what I mean? In terms of my own art sometimes. Like, you can't be objective. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem.
Yeah, dude, you're preaching to the choir, man. Preaching to the choir. I'll edit the video in 2 hours. I'll pick a song for 6 fucking hours.
dude.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
that was the biggest thing too. I would do that shit. I would pick a song forever, and then start editing, and I get it all done. I'd be happy with it. I'd throw it on YouTube, and it would get a copyright strike and get muted. And you're just like, fuck, fuck you, YouTube.
yeah, man, that is the Achilles heel for me. Is song choice.
Yeah, song choice is the same, and that's the thing, because you want to play the hypest, dopest shit that you feel, but a lot of times that's shit that's gonna get you a strike. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it sucks. Some guys get away with
Luckily,
it.
I know a plethora of shitty old punk. So like those dudes don't
Like
give a fuck, so you just
bashers,
play whatever.
bashers will have a lot of lo-fi shit. I like that shit too.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like
I love Bashers videos, man.
yeah, no doubt. Oh my God, it's Trinity. What up? You joined us for the end. But thank you for joining us. Double A, fucking chat. Try again. Swift Doug, Waldo, Brian Kirby, Risco, I said double A. 608. Yes, I play this. Dragon. Whoever the hell's left. Thank you guys for joining us and being here every week with us. And we'll see you next week.
I love you all individually. Have a good night and don't suck.
And with that, we're out. We love you guys. Peace. Bye.
Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.